maybe it's just that time of year, but either way, we're powering through here on the Morning Rush, and we'll start and discuss just Arkansas's victory last night against the Vanderbilt Commodores at home in Bud Walton Arena, 69-66. And honestly, this was such a strange game. I feel like all the games are strange for the Razorbacks, but it was always about to see how would they respond after that great victory on the road against LSU. Going down there, having an 18-point lead at one point, giving it away, but still finding a way to get the victory. How would this team respond? How would they keep it going? Well, it started off slow and sluggish for the Razorbacks, just like in classic fashion. They really build themselves back to get there in the second half, where I believe they had a 10-point lead was the most they led by.
About 10 minutes to go, they had a 10-point lead.
Yep, and then it diminished, and Vanderbilt took the lead late in the game off a three. But then when Razorbacks were down by 2 with under 30 seconds to go, the guy that we all thought would make the biggest play of the game made the biggest play of the game.
10 to shoot. Inside, bounce pass, Gafford, double team, kick out. Keyshawn, 3 is good. Embry Simpson with a 3, 14 seconds to go. Hogs up 67-66. 67-66, Vandy's not going to call a timeout. We got an offensive foul. Saban Lee pushed off his 5th foul of the game, and Arkansas is going to get the ball with 8.2 to go.
So just like we all thought, Keyshawn Embry Simpson would hit the go-ahead shot, but what a big shot wide open and a great move there by Gafford where the team triple-teamed him underneath, ticked it out to his open man, hit the big shot.
Well, they went to Joe on the left side, nothing there, into Gafford, back outside, and then repassed it, reworked it to the post a second time. And as you said, the defense collapsed inside on Gafford, and he wisely saw a wide-open Keyshawn Embry Simpson who just off the right elbow just cranked it. And it was, it's nice to see him the last couple of games really step up and start coming into his own.
Yeah, I mean, they need all the help they can get, especially from the bench play.
You look at his, 7 points?
He's had 5 points.
5 points, yeah, 5 points for this game. But the biggest 3 of the game was 3 of his 5.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, he hit it when it mattered the most. And this is why that play right there is why so many people like us here on the show and others have been saying how important it is to get the ball to Daniel Gafford on almost every offensive possession you can. Because not just of him getting it and making a play and going to the basket, but the type of defense that he draws in. Because when that ball went in, they knew that they wanted to get the ball to Gafford because most teams are like this, folks. They want to get the ball to their best player on the court to make a play when the game's on the line. So when you throw it into him, that defense collapsed on him. Why? Because they knew that he was going to try to make a play and they were going to do whatever it took to keep him from making that play. So when a defense collapses, Tommy, I know you know this because you know basketball. When a defense collapses, that usually leaves somebody open.
It's simple math, right?
That's right.
It's 5 on 5, and if 3 players are on 1, well,
someone's open.
Maybe 2 people.
Yes, that's right, and that's exactly what happened.
Because Isaiah Joe didn't have much over on the left side. That's why the ball had to go inside.
Yeah. So pretty much Daniel Gafford had his options, but he hit the right guy.
And they continued to work it to Gafford throughout most of the second half, and really some of those bounce passes were taken away. Arkansas, from a turnover standpoint, had 18 turnovers in the game last night. Way too many. Several of those were on entry passes to the post that were deflected, knocked away, some bounce passes into the post that were stolen. Teams are starting to pick up defensively those entry passes and get to them. That's something Arkansas is going to have to figure out with certain teams that are not just defending Gafford, but defending the entry pass to get it to Gafford, which created some of the turnovers last night.
Well, it makes me think, too, because I
was just saying that because lucky that on that final possession, the entry pass wasn't deflected, tipped, stolen, something happened with it.
Right, because we laid it out on Monday about the path that Arkansas needs to be on and what they need to do to be able to at least be in the conversation of a possible bubble team for the NCAA tournament. And this, of course, was one of those games that you had to win. But it makes me wonder, okay, so at what point, at what game, at what stage does the Razorbacks get into when you start thinking, okay, this right here, this is a team that's got it going on? Because right now, I still don't trust them.
You're halfway through conference play.
You're
5-4 in league play, and you're on pace to win the number of games we believe is critical to win, 10.
Yep.
You're 5-4 halfway through. So if you can duplicate in the second half what you've done in the first half, then it's very possible. We went over it. Next 2 games are on the road. One of them I think is very winnable at Missouri. You got to play South Carolina this weekend, next Tuesday night at Missouri. And then you come home for Mississippi State before you go on the road to Auburn. So 3 of the next 4 are on the road. Could you split those 4 games? That'd be huge. To expect Arkansas to win the next 4 after being on the conference win streak they've been on, which is, 4 straight in conference play. I know you got that Texas Tech game that is mixed in there where they did play very well. But you need to go 2-2 in these next 4 over the next couple of weeks. So very important you do that.
Is this team better right now than what they were to start the year?
No, absolutely.
So you feel like they're playing their best basketball right now of the season?
I don't know if it's their best. Maybe their best is yet to come.
That's what you're hoping for.
Last night I didn't think was their best basketball. I mean, when basically all of your scoring, I know the shot from Embry Simpson that was the difference maker at the end, but as we said earlier, he had 5 points in the game. This game was all about Daniel Gafford and Isaiah Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Listening to Chuck and Coach Z a little bit, there was a mention when Arkansas early in the second half had gotten their point total to 38. Halftime score, by the way, was 35-34 Vanderbilt. They'd cut it to that. Vanderbilt had a 10-point first-half lead. But at one point there, early in the second half, Arkansas put their 38th point on the board. 35 of those 38 belonged to Daniel Gafford or Isaiah Joe. So they were not getting a lot of help. Now, they got a little more help in the second half, but that was, to me, not an indicator of, hey, this is one of their best games. This was really good basketball played by Arkansas last night. It was not that. They still managed to win, not playing their A game.
Yeah, and it was amazing, too, because you mentioned Isaiah Joe.
Gafford and Joe may have played their A game, but as a team, not so much.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if you can get 6 3-pointers out of Isaiah Joe on the daily basis, I'm sure you'll be in great shape. But, I mean, do you think about it? He was the one that closed out the half because Vanderbilt had a 1-point lead. But if he hit 4 threes in the final 3 minutes of the first half. So just imagine where Arkansas would have been without that.
And maybe you make the case, well, Kraft, why wouldn't you give it to the guy with a hot hand? And Isaiah Joe, of course you would. And that would limit scoring. Arkansas's best basketball is not when you score under 70. It's when everybody's getting that free chicken because you scored 70 or more.
That's right.
And I'm sure ending up 1 point short of that and left some people, let's just say, hungry for more last night.
Saw what you did there. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 1 point short.
Yeah.
Could have got that free chicken.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you right now, and I think we all agree that if they can't play that way on the road and beat South Carolina, they can't play that way on the road and beat Missouri. They just can't do it. But a win is a win is a win. In this league and in basketball, no one's going to look at the end of the season when the committee's getting together. Hey, what do you think about Arkansas? Well, they only beat Vanderbilt by 3. No one's going to say that. It's just about getting the win. But can you get better from it? Can you grow from it? Can you improve on it? Because your schedule does not get any easier this way going forward.
You got to win all 4 of your remaining home games.
Have to.
That'd get you to 9. We talk about the road victory you could get at Missouri. That would get you to 10. Then you got other road games still to come at Auburn, at Kentucky. So I mean, you just got to continue to win. At Vanderbilt again. So
just win the games you're supposed to win.
Make sure I'm counting 1, 2, 3.
They got 9 regular. Yeah,
4. I know that I was just counting it, but 4 of them are at home. So they go win. Got to go win those home games.
Yep.
That's not going to be easy. You got Mississippi State, a good team coming in here. A&M is very winnable. Ole Miss, I think right now, it wasn't a couple of weeks ago. Ole Miss is a beatable team, and then you end it all with Alabama, beatable team. So there's none of those games that you don't have Tennessee coming here.
No.
Auburn's not what we thought they were. You got to go to Auburn. So, I mean, Arkansas, theoretically, if they play well, could end up with 11 or 12. Now, I don't think that will happen. I don't think they'll be able to sustain this for 9 more games. But I do think they can be better than 500 in conference play.
Well, if they found a way to get to 11 or 12 wins in conference play, they're in the tournament.
And they deserve to be.
Yeah, I think that.
I mean, that's all we're talking about. We're not saying this is the path to get to the NCAA tournament.
That's right.
The bare minimum is got to get to 10 wins. I think if you get 11 or 12, I think that's right now. I don't see that as a likelihood, but that puts you inside the top 5, maybe 6 in the league. If you're at that point, the committee's going to put you in.
Yeah, and it'll be
It's not a 3 or 4 bid. What 3 or 4 bid league?
What a turnaround season that would be for Mike Anderson. That is for sure. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. More of the Morning Rush and some quick hitting headlines coming up next. Stay with us.
Honest Razorback talk that never yields. This is the Morning Rush.
When you drive a Toyota Tundra or Tacoma, are two entirely different beasts. While an awe-inspiring view on a weekday might sound something like this.
Hon, there's a raccoon going through our trash again.
An awe-inspiring view on the weekend sounds a little more like this.
Whoa, Dad, this is crazy!
And while a bold adventure on the weekdays might be something like,
all right, kids, time to drive 3 hours to your swim meet.
Bold adventures on the weekend are closer to something like... Weekday?
Oh, cool. A standing desk.
Weekend.
Oh, cool. A ski boat.
You get the idea. Make your weekends more exciting than the days before them in the virtually indestructible Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places. Stop by your local Toyota dealer today and get great deals on the ruggedly capable Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. With bold styling and performance to match, these trucks were made for all of your weekend adventures to the great outdoors.
This is the Morning Rush.
Let's go to the Warehouse Club or the big chain tire store and buy some tires. Why? You think you're saving money? You aren't. Jody'sAuto.com has the best tire brands at the same prices as the Warehouse Club or chain. Price match guarantee and free flat repair to everyone. At the club or chain, you will pay for road hazard protection. Not at Jody'sAuto.com. Free road hazard when you buy 4 tires. What else do they have? Tires and installation, 1 location. Jody'sAuto.com, 3 locations. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, air conditioning, steering and suspension, everything, one stop. Not one stop for every service, one stop for all of it. Best warranty on service and repairs anywhere. Spend $30. Get free roadside assistance. Yeah, that's what you get when you deal with a local company established in 1984 with a motto of do what's right. Jody'sAuto.com for tires and all the rest.
Now you can get award-winning Memphis-style barbecue in Fort Smith at the Whole Hog Cafe on Burrow Road across from Cisterna Plaza off 71 South. Feast on world champion barbecue with our famous potato salad and smoky sweet baked beans while watching sports on the big screens. Plan your business meeting in the banquet room that seats 40, and if it's a morning meeting, the coffee's on us. We cater any event, large or small, and provide servers if you like. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner with a convenient drive-thru. It's the Whole Hog Cafe in Fort Smith. Follow us on Facebook for daily specials.
Tired of all the broken promises and broken equipment at your current gym? The Fort Smith Athletic Club is the nicest and most well-equipped fitness and tennis club in the area, with a state-of-the-art fitness center, Pilates, fitness classes, personal and group training, and the best tennis facilities in the region. 7 outdoor courts, 5 indoor courts, plus pickleball and racquetball courts, and free child care is included. The Fort Smith Athletic Club. Call 452-4031 for membership information. Now is the time to book your fundraising and corporate golf outings for 2019 at Eagle Crest Golf Course. Call Eagle Crest now before all the best dates are gone. 479-632-8857. Eagle Crest Golf Course, voted best of the best golf course 2 years in a row. Let their staff take care of everything, from help with your tournament as well as food and beverage service. If you're looking for a place to host your corporate or charity event this year, call Eagle Crest Golf Course. 479-632-8857.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resource with big news about how you can save hundreds or even thousands with state sales tax paid. That's right, get your nicer newer car now and we'll pick up the state sales tax. It's our most popular offer, but whew, it's expensive, so we can't do it forever. And you want to be the first one in line for the best selection from our Meineke inspected Rath Road Ready inventory. We know a lot of you are waiting on tax refund money, which may have been slowed down due to the recent government shutdown. Don't sweat it, bring in your W-2 and we'll use our TaxMax program to get you access to your money now and get you driving in your nicer newer car today. But don't wait. This offer is only good for the first 72 customers this month. So visit us today and let one of our friendly non-commissioned solution specialists help you start driving better in a Rath Road Ready vehicle with state sales tax paid. Only at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer 4 years running. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. Just north of the corner of Towson and Phoenix in Fort Smith or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Look your best with Perfecto Cleaners at the bottom of Fiena Hills. Count on same-day service, easy drive-through cover drop-off and pickup window, and fast turnaround on alterations. Perfecto Cleaners always goes the extra mile to ensure your clothes look their best, making you look your best. Be sure to clip their coupons in the yellow pages, and as always, in by 9 and out by 5 Monday through Friday. Perfecto Cleaners, just off Jenny Lind at the bottom of Fiena Hills. Perfecto Cleaners, making you look your best.
ESPN 95.3. It's What's Your Beef Wednesday. Call or tweet the show and share what you're beefing with today. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Going to get to some quick hitting headlines presented by Williams Tractor.
Hey, it's never too early to start planning for the upcoming season. Stop by Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and in Berryville during the Kick the Tires event. It's going on right now. Great in-store deals and financing options on all New Holland equipment. Choose from New Holland tractors, hay and forage equipment, harvesting, seeding, spraying, and construction equipment. Hurry, it all ends March the 31st, so hurry in and check out the savings during the Kick the Tires event at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and in Berryville.
We also welcome in Nick Mason into the show, and I'm just going to ask you guys straight up. You remember when signing day used to be a big deal?
Yeah.
Like, is this not the most ridiculous thing ever where it's like it just seems like it's not that no one cares. It just seems like that it doesn't have the same power, the same interest that it once did, and I think the early signing period is the reason.
Yeah, it's definitely the reason. But I'll say this, though. The next time or the first time or whatever that you have a couple of 5 stars that are waiting out and Arkansas is on their list, it'll be a little bit bigger of a deal then. But whenever you sign 80 or 90, close to 100% of your class the first go-around, it's just not as important this next time around.
No, that's for sure. Let's actually go to the phone lines and speak with Willie, who's calling in from Louisiana. What's going on, Willie?
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing this morning?
Willie.
I'm doing good. I was just looking over, signing period today, and I was just looking over, the commits that we still got, which is Traylon Burks out of Warren, Hudson Henry out of Pulaski Academy, Jalen out of Mansfield.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure those 3 are going to sign, but I was going to get y'all's spiel on I can't even pronounce his name, but the cornerback out of Blackman and Monty Spivey, the running back out of Alabama.
Right.
How do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like they're still going to be hard commits to sign today, or y'all think somebody might have flipped them?
Well, from what I've been hearing, Willie, it looks like Monte Spivey, the running back, is leaning towards Arkansas. Now, it's going to be between Arkansas and Ole Miss, but all the quote-unquote experts have said that he's leaning towards Arkansas. Adonis Otey will be deciding today between USC and Arkansas. USC came on late, had an official visit there. The experts are leaning towards USC for Adonis Otey. Now, the other ones that are going to be in the mix as well for Arkansas is Lakia Henry, who is a JUCO linebacker. He's going to choose at noon today between Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Texas. It was nice for Arkansas because they got the final visit on him. And then Chris Russell is another linebacker that the Arkansas Razorbacks have been after outside of Memphis. And Texas A&M has come up strong as of late, but he'll decide between those two at 4 p.m. So as far as the rest of them, looks like Spivey is going to be a Razorback. And then the other ones,
Hudson Henry. Some of those guys just wanted to sign with other teammates.
Yeah,
that was the reason they didn't sign early was they had high school teammates they wanted to sign with. So I don't think there's a lot of concern. They've been on campus for other recruiting weekends between the early signing period and now. So
those 3 are for sure.
There's no reason to be concerned about those 3. So
Hudson Henry. I've seen that they said Pulaski Academy don't allow you to sign early.
That I don't.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but that may be the case.
Yeah, they said that they said he was that he had to wait because something about they don't allow you to enroll into colleges. So he was waiting.
But I see what you're saying there, where you may not be able to leave in December and join may not be able to finish up your high school early. I could see that. So I don't know about the early signing, but I know what you're saying with being able to be an early enrollee at the college level.
Yeah, so they said he was said he was holding off for something else too.
I think it was one of his teammates was going to sign today as well, and he was going to want to sign with him, one of his best friends and teammates. I think that was part of it too.
Yeah. So I'm talking about Hudson Henry staying and Traylon Burke staying.
Yeah.
And Jalen, because he got a bunch of teammates. But he got teammates that signed with Arkansas during the early signing period that came from. So the one I was worried about was Monty Spivey, because Arkansas, we need a good, decent back, and I've been watching footage on him, and he seems like he'd be a running back that Arkansas would need to help form the program to what it used to be.
Yeah. Well, appreciate the phone call, Willie, and Monty Spivey, he's been committed to the Razorbacks throughout the whole process, but as we all know in recruiting, there's never a guarantee until they sign on the dotted line. But all signs point to him continuing with Arkansas, signing with Arkansas, and being an Arkansas Razorback in the 2019 season. We'll actually talk more about signing day and the possibilities of what will happen today, the good news, at least, for Arkansas coming up next. Stay with us, folks. This is The Morning Rush.
Now is Pools and Spas during the preseason sale. Enjoy a full swimming season in a 32x16 Grecian in-ground pool with payments starting at $235 a month with approved credit. That's only $235 a month. And for the first 20 customers, get a free upgrade to a saltwater pool system. Call now to make your appointment. 479-648-3483 or online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Computer, execute 12.4p operation.
Optimizing algorithm. Running encryption packet alpha 990. I don't feel so good.
What is it, computer?
Is it hot in here? It feels hot in here? I feel a little clammy. I should lie down or something.
A computer with a virus? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
Those oysters Rockefeller were a mistake.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
We've all had that feeling. Your heartbeat quickens, your eyes widen, the sky opens up and showers you in a million heart-shaped raindrops. You're in love with the perfect song. With Spotify, the more you listen, the better we get at helping you discover songs you love. So, whether it's the next breakout star or that song you danced to at prom, we'll help you find it and fall in love all over again. Download the free app today. Love what you love. Free on Spotify.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds, or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Workman's Travel Center is the pit stop you'll be glad you made, with convenient locations at Rudy, Ozark, and in Lowell. Try the brand new menu at the Ozark Mountain Grill. Try one of their mouth-watering daily specials, or something new like the Piggy Mac Burger, 2 half-pound patties, pulled pork, bacon, and cheddar cheese on a sweet bun. It all adds up to OMG goodness. So whether you're going to the game, headed back home, or driving down the road, Workman's Travel Center takes the hassle out of your trip. Workman's Travel Center in Rudy, Ozark, and in Lowell.
Weather hits, the right wiper blades make all the difference. That's when the Michelin Man is on your side, helping you see better and drive safer with new Michelin Premium Wiper Blades. Designed with exclusive SmartFlex technology or frameless beam design, Michelin blades flex to the curve of your windshield, giving you unparalleled, streak-free, long-lasting, all-season performance. So when the going gets tough, be ready with Michelin Premium Wiper Blades. It's a difference you can see. Available at Walmart and other fine retailers.
ESPN 95.3. Be sure to check out The Morning Rush, Halftime, and Ruskin is Ranting podcasts. AutoPark.com. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush here at Orr Auto Park at 6500 Auto Park Drive in Fort Smith. They are the home of the lifetime engine warranty on all new vehicles. Free maintenance for 2 years and free car washes for the life of the vehicle. Cadillac, Chevrolet, and Nissan at an affordable price. Orr Auto Park also has a huge selection. Pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs for you to choose from. Visit OrrAutoPark.com where you can score more with Orr. By the way, Nick, we haven't really had a chance to talk with you about the game last night. It's never easy for the Razorbacks for whatever reason. They always got to make it dramatic in the end.
Yeah. I thought the biggest stretch of the game, and I may be mistaken, but Isaiah Joe's 4 threes, or 3 or 4. No, I think it was 4.
Yeah, 4 at the end of the half.
Isaiah Joe's 4 threes. So the last 4 minutes, Arkansas got down by 10. Isaiah Joe hits 4 threes. And Arkansas takes 3 charges, and 2 of those charges were like open court. It seemed as if, and now this kind of goes back to it always depends on who you're rooting for, if the refs are cheating or not. I have come to that conclusion.
Oh yes.
Because if I was a Vandy fan, I would have said the refs were cheating last night. I would have. Arkansas got 3 charging calls in the last 3 or 4 minutes, and 2 of those calls being like open court. A guy didn't lower his shoulder. An Arkansas defender.
You thought that one at the end? What? Tell me what you thought.
No.
Okay.
I thought they were all charges.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is, though, for you to get 3 charging calls and 2 of those to be in the open court, if you are a Vandy fan, the refs are cheating. So it just goes back to, it depends on who you're cheering for, if the refs are cheating or not. But that was the biggest stretch of the game, in my opinion, because if Arkansas doesn't get that, and then I don't know how they scored. They got 4 threes from Isaiah Joe, 3 charging calls, and they were down 1 at the half. And so if they don't catch that stretch, I don't think they win that game last night. I actually texted a couple buddies this. I was not worried about them finishing the game because they kind of showed me against LSU that they can figure out a way to win. And I mean, Keyshawn Embry, he didn't play well at all throughout the entire game, but I'm glad he was in there at the end. I'm glad he hit that 3 at the end. Mike, he made a substitution late. He went with Keyshawn Embry. The ball went into Daniel Gafford, came back out, went in again. Daniel had struggled throughout the game, though, with double teams. And if you go back and even look at the pass out of the double, whenever he had it down low, whenever he kicked it out to Keyshawn for the game-winning 3, at that point, it wasn't even a great, crisp pass. Vandy came late on the double, and the Hogs won.
We'll talk more about last night's win over Vanderbilt on the other side. Brought to you by World of Wireless, 877-305-DISH. That's 877-305-3474, the local company that can install Dish for you and get you installed in 3 rooms for under $85 a month right now. And that includes the Hopper system with 16 tuners. You'll never miss the game or your favorite show while you're watching one or the other. And right now you can get signed up in 3 different rooms for $84.99 a month. Call Wow now. They also have new 4K technology, the latest technology, plus the voice-activated remotes. That's a huge deal. It's like having Siri for your TV. Call Wow now, 877-305-DISH, and get all the details from World of Wireless.
Well, here's the thing about Vanderbilt, too, is that, they were going in over, but like Tommy brought up in the opening segment, they have been playing. I mean, they put Tennessee to the wire. In fact, you could say that Vanderbilt was, besides Kansas, who actually beat Tennessee, that was probably the best chance that someone had of knocking off Tennessee. So Vanderbilt is capable of it. It's just such a strange thing because I know they had injuries. I know we talked about it yesterday, but, it's just weird how they have been unable to overcome this and be able to get an SEC victory. It's very strange. But if they play the way that they did last night against any other team, I'm sure that they would get the victory. But Arkansas is very fortunate to get out of there with the win. So now they're sitting at 14-8, 5-4 in SEC play. Midway point through SEC play, and they have a winning record. I think most people will take that, but what can they do for the rest of the way? Got to win their home games. Got to win the games they're supposed to because the schedule does not get any easier coming forward. More of the Morning Rush coming up next. Stay with us.
years combined experience, the team at the law offices of Craig L. Cook understand the definition of work, real work, working for you. Whether you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help navigating bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook, with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
Harry Robinson is the 2019 Dealer Rater Buick Dealer of the Year, an award given to the top dealership in the U.S. based on customer satisfaction. To celebrate, get 0% financing on all 2018 Buicks and select 2019. That's 0% financing on Buick Enclaves and Envisions, and select Buick Encores are under $350 a month with 0% financing. 0% financing at the #1 Buick dealer in the country, Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
At Michelob Ultra, we know it's not just about how much you work out every day. It's about how much you work into every day, too. So we brew our beer for those who realize that expending calories should never come at the expense of spending time with friends. Those who understand that just because you work out doesn't mean you can't go out. And that's why we brew Michelob Ultra to have 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a crisp, clean taste. Michelob Ultra, brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, 0.6 grams of protein, and 0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
Fresh means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time. Fresh, fast, Jim's Razorback Pizza. At the corner of Greenwood and Gary in Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3. Don't just listen. Watch The Morning Rush on Hit That Line's Facebook Live, Periscope, and YouTube page. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning, talking about Arkansas and Vanderbilt from last night. Of course, it is signing day as well, and it's What's Your Beef Wednesday, which is our favorite segment. That's going to happen around 8 o'clock, and of course, if you're beefing with anything this morning, be sure to call in 877-377-6963 or tweet at us at HitThatLineAR. So with Arkansas getting the victory last night against Vanderbilt, they take care of business in the way that they were supposed to, at least by getting the victory itself. But we alluded a little bit to this. I want to jump back in it. At what point in time, what game do they have to win that's going to get you on board and saying, you know what, this is actually a team that's getting it turned around. They actually have it going. Because right now, even after the victory against Vanderbilt last night, I don't feel any more confident or comfortable with them as far as saying, oh, this team is this. This team is an NCAA tournament team. This team is an IT team. This team is not going to make anything. Like, we're sitting here midway through the SEC slate, and we still don't know what this team is. We don't know what they're capable of.
Well, I know they're better than the sorry beep teams in the SEC. And
no, they are that. I guess there's that guarantee.
So those teams at the back are bad, and they're better than them. They're better than Texas A&M. Texas A&M is not any good. Georgia is probably even worse than them. Missouri and nobody's worse than Georgia, but Missouri and Vandy are also very, very bad. So
all three of those teams you just mentioned, Arkansas struggled to get a victory. Now they got the victory.
Yeah, they won.
But Georgia A&M to open conference play, and they'll see them again. Georgia just a week or so ago,
and
Vandy last night were all tough, hard-fought wins. So how much better is Arkansas than the bottom three? Now they've won those games, but not easily, Nick.
Yeah, here's the thing. Whenever I talk about them being as bad as they are, those teams are going to play other teams close. They're going to play other teams well. They have the same amount of scholarships everybody else has. They have the same amount of, high school All-Americans, guys that were all-conference and all-state, and all that other good stuff. But when I say these teams are bad, they're going to, every time you look up, they're going to lose every game unless they're playing against each other. Just like we just said, Vandy played Tennessee, and I don't know who actually saw that game. Vandy was up by like 5 with under 90 seconds left.
They should have won the game.
Oh, yeah. And then they gave up an and one, and then there was a phantom call, and then a couple of other things. So there are going to be games where Vandy, Texas A&M, Georgia, Missouri. Missouri was up on LSU by 5 with under 60 seconds left. There are going to be games where these teams play other people close, but they're always going to come out on the wrong end of that stick. So I don't have any doubt in my mind that this Razorback team can beat those teams. But then it's just any and everybody else, because now if you go back, once again, they're just beating teams that they're better than at this point. I mean, they've upset LSU, but if you look at the rest of the schedule, I mean, how many times can you really point to times, oh, okay, well, this team was better than Arkansas, but Arkansas was able to upset this team, or Arkansas was able to play above their heads. No, Arkansas, I mean, they've played pretty much consistent throughout the year on, how they're going to play and the things that they're going to do. So to answer your question, it just goes back to, it's really going to be how good the middle of the pack is. How good is Ole Miss? How good is Alabama? How good is Mississippi State? Those are going to be the games. Those are going to be the teams that decide where this Razorback team goes. And if Arkansas can beat those teams, and if they are a little bit above those teams, then they'll have a great shot of making it. But if they're not any better than those teams, and they're just better than the back of the pack, then it's going to be tough to get in.
So you got, what, 4 teams right now, you would say, in the SEC going to the tournament? Like guarantee?
No, well, I mean, now, guarantee. The SEC is going to guarantee get in more than 4.
Really?
I just don't know who those other teams.
But Tennessee, Kentucky, LSU are all 3 teams that are
like for sure in.
Yeah.
They're going to be in the tournament.
Yeah, and
those 3, I would say. May I miss anybody else?
No, I mean,
would you put Mississippi State there? Probably not.
I'd probably put Auburn right now because they're 16-6, 5-4.
Not playing well though. I mean,
they're
not playing as well now as they were.
Yeah.
It's just, but it just goes back to everybody's going to play. Everybody's going to play Vandy, Missouri, Georgia, and
Texas A&M.
And Texas A&M. Everybody's going to play a combination of those teams 6 times. So when you're looking at these records and you're trying to project, count how many times that Auburn, or count how many times that Mississippi State has played those 4 teams that I'm just talking about. If it's one of those deals they played them 2 times, or they played them 3 times, or they played them 1 time, then you can go and tack on another 4 or 5 wins on top of the other games that they're going to win. Because, I mean, those teams are bad, y'all. Like, I mean, those teams aren't beating anybody outside of each other.
Yeah. No, I think I'm right there with you, because even, we talk about Tennessee, and they're the number 1 team in the country. They won again last night. They're still on this crazy winning streak. Took care of business against Missouri 72-60. But another, Kentucky's what they did to South Carolina last night, which South Carolina, I know that they're not the best team, but they're still a solid team. They beat them by 30 points.
Yeah.
I mean, South Carolina was scored 48. So Kentucky's really coming along too. So it's really, and I know LSU is right there as far as the record goes, and Arkansas honestly should have beaten them twice. But I don't know if I trust them enough to put them right there. But I'm starting to see Tennessee and Kentucky as 2 legitimate contenders.
Oh, yeah.
To win a national title.
Tennessee, it's going to be interesting to see. I know they have a lot of seniors, or I know they have a lot of upperclassmen, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do in the tournament, because these aren't guys that have made deep runs in the tournament. Now, Kentucky hasn't either, but when you're looking at Kentucky, it's almost, I mean, it's in their culture to make runs in the tournament.
Yeah.
It's just kind of instilled in them. Kentucky's different too. Kentucky's one of the few teams. They got about 4 or 5 dudes that are grown men down low, and they really cause a lot of matchup problems. And when Kentucky and Tennessee match up, I'm actually going to lean a little bit towards Kentucky, because they're playing well, and on paper they definitely have more talent.
Mm-hmm. We've talked a lot about games that are going to come back to haunt you, and we mentioned Georgia Tech and Western Kentucky. While I was searching, not feeling well, searching for things to just watch, I had some of the old SEC Inside shows on. I was watching the one from a couple of weeks ago where Arkansas was featured, and they were featuring the Florida and LSU games, which Arkansas lost both of them in the same week. But you go back and you remember how close those games were. Of course, LSU, the home loss was in overtime. The Florida game they could have won. When it comes to the conference standing, we look at those other games. You look at Arkansas's losses, and a lot of them have been. They're not getting blown out in very many games.
Yep.
Tennessee would be like the one you'd point to. There's a couple of conference losses, though, right there. You're just going to kick yourself. You're going to be sick to your stomach when you think you could go into Nashville in a month or so knowing you're going to the tournament. They have nothing to play for but improving your seed. Those couple of games are going to be ones you think about when you possibly get to that point in a month.
And that was the thing that I think it was Nick that kept bringing up about you don't want this season to be the what-if season. You don't want it to be at the end where it's like, man, if you could have just hit a couple more free throws against LSU or against Florida or even pointing to those games of Georgia Tech and Western Kentucky, you don't want to point to those and be like, that's what kept you out of the tournament because you couldn't finish those games against opponents you should have beaten, that you had it in your hands and you just let it go. And so far, Arkansas is getting it turned around. I know that they lost to Texas Tech, but there's definitely no question that the past 5 games, which is they've won 4 of their last 5, they are playing better. Now, I don't know if that's consistent.
Hang on. They're not playing better. Daniel Gafford is scoring 30 a game. And see, now this is where we're kind of getting.
You don't think as a team they're not? You don't think they're playing better?
No, I think
they weren't giving the ball to Gafford was the problem, Nick, and now they're giving him the ball.
Yeah, but what I don't want to miss. Okay, so even like last night, I mean, who played well? 2 people.
Yeah,
Gafford and Isaiah Joe. And so, I mean, I don't know how much of a formula that is because check this: you had 2 of the leading scorers in the league last year, and normally night in and night out, you had those guys, and those were really your only 2 guys that played well every night. Gafford never really played bad last year, but he wasn't a focal point. And look at where that got you. That got you a first-round blowout.
Yeah.
To Butler. And so I don't know if that is a formula that we want to sign up for. Isaiah Joe and Daniel Gafford scoring. How many they scored last night? 56?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you're gonna make me do math this early in the morning.
What is it? 28 and 18. Yeah. So it's like 46 actually.
46.
But it's like, so is that the formula that you really think is going to get you over the hump? Don't get me wrong, Keyshawn Embry, huge shot at the end. He didn't play well.
No.
Mason Jones didn't play well. I mean, who played well? Jalen Harris, he missed every shot he took. And so I do not think the team is playing better as a whole. I think that Daniel Gafford has been unreal these last couple games. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see who has the most dunks for a season. And I'm actually going to tweet the Hog Stats guy because Daniel Gafford seems like he dunks 15 times a game.
Yeah.
And he has been an absolute man these last couple of games. And I think that with the mixture of just look at it at the beginning of conference, look at the 4 teams you played. Then we went on a 4-game win streak, look at the 4 teams you played. And so, I mean, of course, LSU was in both parts of those or whatever, but you played teams with losing records these last 4 games. So I think a mixture of that and then a mixture of Daniel Gafford playing better is kind of confusing people into thinking this team is playing better. But this team as a whole is not getting better. It's not playing better. But if you have your NBA lottery pick scoring 30 a night, then you're going to have a chance against anybody.
Well, and that's the thing is because we know it's about 2, well, at least we thought it was maybe 3, but it's like Mason Jones, Isaiah Joe, and Daniel Gafford. If you can just get good games out of those 3 guys each game, you're more than likely going to win.
Right.
But it's like even in games like, for instance, we brought up the Florida and LSU game. That Florida game, Mason Jones had 30 points. 30 points. No, nobody else did anything.
Yeah.
That was the game that everyone was wondering why in the crap does Daniel Gafford only have 4 shot attempts when he was 3 of 4. Like, that was the game that was so puzzling to people. But even against LSU, the game that they lost at home, Daniel Gafford had 32 points. So it's like even in the games that they've lost, they've had good performances by individuals, but they didn't have somebody else step up. So it's almost similar to what it was last year. Maybe it's not an identical thing, but when it was Barford and Macon, you had to have great games out of those guys to get a victory. And now it's become, okay, if you can just get a great game out of a combination of 2, maybe 3 of those guys, you're in great shape.
Well, and think about the difference, though. You said against Florida or you said against LSU the first time around versus Vandy. And I mean, that's the big difference. Like, you can do those things where you can just say, hey, go score 30, Gafford, Isaiah Joe, shoot a ton of threes, and let's see what we can do. But I mean, that formula, it's going to be tough. So if that is anybody in the top 6 last night in the league, I don't think you win. If that's Florida, LSU, Tennessee, Kentucky, Auburn, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Alabama, anybody in the top 8. Anybody in the top 8, if you play the way that you played last night, you don't win. But you have to give Arkansas credit, and Arkansas's done this for years. They're going to play to level their competition.
Yeah, and also give them credit, too, because I feel like if I would have told you that an opposing team was going to hit 9 threes, you're probably going to lose that game because it always seems like Arkansas, like a team that doesn't hit threes very often or very well, always has their best game against Arkansas. And that's what Vanderbilt, I mean, they went 9 of 21 from three-point land last night. 13 of 21, though, from free throws. So luckily for Arkansas, a very rare occasion of Arkansas shooting free throws better than their opposing team, which also helped out to be the difference as well. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. Going to talk a little signing day on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
The voice of Razorback fans across Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
The folks at Crabtree RV in Alma would like to say thank you for the overwhelming success of this year's Greater Fort Smith RV Boat and Outdoor Show. We took in so many top quality trades that we are now overstocked with pre-owned inventory. So if you've been looking for that motorhome, fifth wheel, or travel trailer, now is the time to buy. We have the right RV for your next adventure at a fraction of the original MSRP. Shop us today. Crabtree RV, next to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true.
The key to success? Keep it simple, especially when it comes to hiring. And nobody makes it easier than Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Set up screener questions. Manage your candidates from one dashboard. According to an independent study, 5 times more hires are made through Indeed than any other job site. New users claim your $50 credit to post a sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
As an entrepreneur, you're always on the go. So turn your mobile phone into a business phone system with Grasshopper, the entrepreneur's phone system. Make and receive business calls using our iPhone and Android apps. Get a new business number or keep your current one. Forward your calls to any phone and even get your voicemails transcribed. Join over 250,000 small businesses who stay connected with Grasshopper. See how it works at grasshopper.com, the entrepreneur's phone system.
At AutoZone, helping you get more done is what we do best. Did you know that with the Loan-A-Tool program at AutoZone, you can borrow a specialty tool with no purchase necessary? Choose from over 100 tools to help you get the job done right, no matter how big or small. And right now, you can save with buy one, get one free on Gumout Regain Complete Fuel System Cleaner. Visit any of the 59 Tacoma AutoZone locations and let's get you what you need. Deposit required. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. This is the Morning Rush.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources with big news about how you can save hundreds or even thousands with state sales tax paid. That's right, get your nicer newer car now and we'll pick up the state sales tax. It's our most popular offer, but whew, it's expensive, so we can't do it forever. And you want to be the first one in line for the best selection from our Meineke inspected Rath Road Ready inventory. We know a lot of you are waiting on tax refund money, which may have been slowed down due to the recent government shutdown. Don't sweat it, bring in your W-2 and we'll use our TaxMax program to get you access to your money now and get you driving in your nicer, newer car today. But don't wait. This offer is only good for the first 72 customers this month. So visit us today and let one of our friendly, non-commissioned solution specialists help you start driving better in a Rath Road Ready vehicle with state sales tax paid. Only at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer 4 years running, Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, just north of the corner of Towson and Phoenix in Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Callaway Epic Flash Driver and Fairway Woods are in stock now at the Golf Nut. Also, tailor-made M5 and M6 drivers, Fairway Woods and irons are available for 2019. Ping G410 irons are available with the driver, and Fairway Woods are coming soon. Book a time in their hitting bays with the new TrackMan technology or play around on one of the mini golf courses on the simulator. The Golf Nut has been Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994. As always, check them out on Facebook for daily specials. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, your go-to place for everything golf.
Let's go to the Warehouse Club or the big chain tire store and buy some tires. Why? You think you're saving money. You aren't. Jody'sAuto.com has the best tire brands at the same prices as the Warehouse Club or chain. Price match guarantee and free flat repair to everyone. At the club or chain, you will pay for road hazard protection. Not at Jody'sAuto.com. Free road hazard when you buy 4 tires. What else do they have? Tires and installation, 1 location. Jody'sAuto.com, 3 locations. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, air conditioning, steering and suspension, everything, 1 stop. Not 1 stop for every service, 1 stop for all of it. Best warranty on service and repairs anywhere. Spend $30. Get free roadside assistance. Yeah, that's what you get when when you deal with a local company established in 1984 with a motto of do what's right. Jody'sAuto.com for tires and all the rest.
Ford Auto Park in Fort Smith combines over 90 years of family-owned experience with the best sales and service teams around. And at Orr Auto Park, every new vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty, free maintenance for 2 years, and free car washes for the life of the vehicle. The largest selection, the biggest discounts, and the best buying experience around. These are some of the reasons why you always score more with Orr Auto Park in Fort Smith. Stop in today, or they are always open online 24/7 at OrrAutoPark.com.
ESPN 95.3. Spitting the most fire takes you'll ever on. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, exit 13 off of I-40 in Alma. They got 26,000 square feet of indoor showroom. So even with a little rain, a little, I don't know what is up with the weather, but it's going to turn back winter in like the next 24 hours. Hail, snow, tornadoes,
hurricanes,
sunburns. We're going to get it all in like the next 24 hours. They've got the comfort of 26,000 square feet of indoor showroom for you to shop in. And right now, a lot of trade-ins from their recent Fort Smith RV, boat, and outdoor show. They just concluded last weekend. So check all of that out and shop in style inside their indoor showroom. It's all at Crabtree RV in Alma. Anytime online at CrabtreeRV.com. Crabtree RV, it's where your family's dreams come true.
Signing day is here. Did anybody know this? Did anybody understand that today was normally and used to be a huge day for everybody?
Almost a holiday.
I know. It was like the first Wednesday of February. Everyone knew it was signing day. Everyone knew to go on to Twitter or go on message boards or watch ESPNU, whatever it is, and get full-fledged coverage of National Signing Day. But now that the national early signing period has happened, it seems like, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just looking at the wrong places, but it seems like it has taken away all of the buildup and intrigue of National Signing Day.
Yeah, because 70% of everyone's class is done nationally as a whole? Arkansas is pretty much in line with that. I mean, when 70% of the job is already done, where's the suspense? Yeah, there's one or two players, maybe a few flips here and there, but for most schools, not enough left hanging out there to really affect where your class is going to truly end up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're waiting on today to make it all work, that it all hinges on National Signing Day, the first Wednesday in February for your school, February 6th, 2019, you're in trouble already. Because most of the hay's in the barn for everybody.
Yep. And I love it. I'm so grateful that this is what it is. Because I hated signing day. I hated all this crap that came with it. I hated how it seemed like the drama was spoon-fed in random and weird places. I know that Arkansas knew their share of drama because one of the most famous stories, of course, will be when Alex Collins' mom stole, whatever you want to say, his national letter of intent and drove away and ran away with it. I mean, so there was always these stories that were going on. But I am just so thankful that you don't have to where we're having to sit here and watch Twitter and see when somebody signs their national letter of intent and then go crazy with it. And then if somebody's not doing it at a certain time, I'm just appreciative of it because Arkansas has 21 players signed, sealed, delivered already. They are waiting on 7 more. They have 7 more spots that will be available. And we know that Hudson Henry, Treylon Burks, and Jalen Catalon will 100% for sure sign with Arkansas today. So there's 3 of your 7 right there. Amonte Spivey, the running back out of Alabama, who's been committed to the Razorbacks this whole time but had Ole Miss come in late. Looks like he's leaning towards Arkansas. Adonis Otey will decide between Arkansas and USC today around noon. Lakia Henry is a JUCO linebacker. He'll decide between Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Texas. Hogg's got the final visit there, so a lot of people are saying that he's leaning towards that. But he will make his decision today. And Chris Russell is another linebacker with Arkansas and A&M coming up strong, so that will be held at 4 p.m. where he decides. So really, if you're an Arkansas fan, you're just waiting on 7 players. and 4 at least of those 7 are actually have some drama because you don't know what they're going to do.
Normally, I don't care about signing day because normally Arkansas is, 22 to 40.
Yes, depending on the year, yeah.
You sign 1 or 2 good guys, and you're not going to see these guys for 2 or 3 years. But the difference this year, Arkansas is much higher, and it's seeming like all these guys are going to come in and fight for playing time from day one. So a little exciting.
Yeah, no, it's exciting, and that's something I actually want to bring up as far as recruiting classes go. Is this the most excited you've ever been about a recruiting class in Arkansas history? Because you've had some ones where it looked like it was going to be really good. They had some ones that had some key players in it, maybe a 5-star here and there that you were going to be really excited about. But as far as it comes through to what this class is going to be and your excitement level, how excited are you about the 2019 recruiting class? We'll get to that and a lot more. Stay with us, folks. More of the Morning Rush coming up in 2 minutes.
Guys, are you tired of all the hassles with your CPAP machine? Putting on the mask every night, cleaning or replacing hoses and filters? Tired of taking it on trips and wondering where you're going to plug it in? And don't forget the distilled water. You need a solution. River Valley Sleep Solutions. Replace your CPAP with an innovative custom-fitted mouthguard. Medical insurance is accepted, and financing options are available. Find out more at rivervalleysleep.com. That's rivervalleysleep.com.
For 55 years, Dunn Ford Company in Stigler, Oklahoma has been taking pride in the Ford cars and trucks we sell and service. At our commercial vehicle center, we have the full line of Ford F-Series, Super Duty, and Medium Duty trucks. The Quick Lane at Dunn Ford does routine service and tires on all makes and models. Ask for the works, a 5-quart oil and filter change, tire rotation, and multi-point inspection for $39.95 or less. Dunn Ford in Stigler, 918-967-3384 or DunnFordCompany.com.
Let's see. Search for tire shops in my area.
Y'all need some help? I'm the tire guy.
Who are you and why are you in my living room?
You need to be more worried about taking care of your old tires. Head on over to Southern Tire Mart. We get you rolling with your new Toyota. The best-selling tires in Fort Smith. Be sure to take advantage of our $24.95 oil change and our free multi-point vehicle inspection.
I only have one more question, tire guy.
All right.
Why is there a mariachi band in my living room as well? Southern Tire Mart, just off I-540 at exit 14 in Fort Smith, your #1 tire and service store.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Showers on the increase today. There is a chance of a few isolated thunderstorms or high temperatures upper 60s to low 70s. Showers likely, a few thunderstorms in the mix. An overnight low will drop down low 50s north, low 60s south. And then showers, a few thunderstorms mainly early on Thursday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN
radio station.
KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios.
We didn't come to paint. We came to win the game.
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station.
First of all, very few people listen to your radio show. That's the good news. Let me just tell you.
Streaming live from
hitthatline.com.
I got that wood, and that's how you pronounce it. Ain't Arkan. It's Arkansas, baby.
This.
Y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Is
Smile.
The Morning Rush.
Am I wrong? Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Am I wrong? Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Get it on till I die. Get it on till I die. Y'all remember me? Y'all remember me?
With John Neighbors.
Call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone.
Tommy Kraft.
I thought that was one of the worst officiated games I've ever seen.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Nick Mason, Ty Richardson in studio with you. As always, for making us a part of your morning this morning. It is National Signing Day, which, as we talked about in the previous segment, doesn't seem to have the same luster that it once did. But at least that you know what Arkansas is going to finish with a top, I guess it depends on who you look at, too. Top 20? Top 25 class?
This dude went 2-10. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
you stop and think about. I mean, I think we put too much emphasis on current season record and how it affects recruiting. Obviously, you can't string a couple 2 and 3 win seasons together and continue to keep your recruiting high. But you're right, coming off a 2-win season, pretty phenomenal.
I'll tell you this: I'd have more faith in teams that won 9 or 10 and getting top 25 recruiting classes than teams that won 2.
Yeah.
But yes, the one thing I think they really pitched to a lot of these kids were, not only are you going to come in and play right away, but you're not going to be on special teams. You're going to be like guy 1 or 2 at every spot. But I mean, still, man, to be able to come into Arkansas, because across the board, outside of baseball, of course, but in the 2 big sports, in basketball and football, it seems like we always come back to one common denominator and why we say that they struggle. And what do we say all the time? Man, they need to get this other recruit. They need to get this other power forward or shooting guard. They need to get this quarterback. They need to get this wide receiver, linebacker. And for a guy to come in and a guy to come from SMU and to come into Arkansas and do the things he's done in recruiting year 1, and they won 2 games, that's pretty impressive. But I will say this, though. Now he's set the tone, and we don't expect you to be in the 40s next year or the 50s the year after that or you know, the 30s. He set the tone and he set the bar, and now Arkansas fans expect this level of recruit or better going forward, and that's what it's going to take for Arkansas to not go 2-10.
Well, if you want to really break it down, of the top 30 teams in recruiting rankings, there's only one of them that is coming off a losing season, and that's Arkansas.
Wow.
Just one.
And Arkansas wasn't even close.
No, theirs was more than a losing season.
Yeah.
Theirs was just an all-time
worst season
horrendous
in school history.
Yeah, an all-time horrendous season. And that's where it's like, you know, people who have talked about, you know, the criticisms of Chad Morris and, you know, why aren't more people criticizing him for going 2-10 and the worst season ever, and there was no semblance of any type of future, which I understand those criticisms, but where people are holding out hope is in his ability to recruit this way.
Yes, and people also understand it doesn't matter what you say right now. This is year 1. I mean, I'm not even sure if he went – I don't know if there's anything on the field he could have done last year to be fired. And I think people kind of realize that too. And now the recruiting helps, and the recruiting makes you very optimistic about the future. But I think a lot of it is a lot of people are saying year 1, and then there's still a bad taste in people's mouth from Brett Bielema. So 50% of the fan base is just blaming him.
Well, can you imagine following a 2-win season with a number 42 class in the country, what the sentiment from the fans would be right now?
Oh, I just shut it down.
Yesterday, the season ticket renewal forms came out. Got them in the mailbox. If you hadn't got yours, it's coming. If you're a season ticket holder out there. Can you imagine? That's like the most important thing right now to renew season tickets is recruiting. Because what else are you clinging on to? What else are you hopeful for in the future other than this group of incoming players? That's the thing that's going to keep, I think, a lot of people in the fold. And I still think you're going to see a lot of folks still drop out. I think the last 2 years has been tough when it comes to ticket renewals. Now the new tax laws where your donations are not deductible. There's just a lot of things playing against Arkansas right now. Now is not the time to be losing more than you're winning on the field. It just makes it more and more difficult. So not just because of that, but financially it makes it harder on your institution. And this recruiting class is all you have to cling on to if you're a football fan.
And that's the way you get out of this jam that you're in is by recruiting. I mean, you got to get players in there. It's as simple as that. And I think that those people who are still skeptical of Chad Morris, and rightfully so, because you don't go 2-10 and not have some questions, not have some serious doubts about whether or not he can find his way out of this mess and be able to make Arkansas into a successful program. But that's the thing is when you see the job he's doing in recruiting, your hope in all this is that, wow, if he's doing this after a 2-10 year, imagine how good he could be if he's coming off an 8-4 year or a 9-3 year, where he's actually starting to show and prove that this is a successful job and a successful program. Because right now, like, what can he sell about the program itself to these guys? It's a matter of relationships and playing time. I get that, but he can't say, hey, he can't point to something, circle and say, this is why it's going to be successful right now.
It'll also help if down the road you have more number one players at their positions living in your state, like a Hudson Henry. That didn't hurt that you got a guy that's by some services 5-star, 4-star by everybody else that, his brothers have played at are playing or have played at the University of Arkansas. So you need more things like that to fall your way.
Yeah, I mean,
luck happen. To keep without players like that, you don't have this kind of ranking.
Well, and luck goes a long way in all this, too, because how many times have we brought up that as great of a coach Bobby Petrino is, there was no doubt that he lucked out from the Warren Lumberjacks having players like Jarius Wright, Greg Childs, and Chris Gregg come out of the same class.
Yep.
Having a Joe Adams coming out of Little Rock. Because if without those guys from that class, and also Ryan Mallett
transferring, Tyler Wilson making the decision to come to Arkansas. Yeah. I mean, you just keep going down a list.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky and good. And in recruiting, if you have a great in-state, and that's why it's so important to keep the kids in-state, is because you don't have them very often, but when you do, you can see the difference that it makes. You can see how much it can benefit you and help you out. I'm not saying every player has panned out that was highly recruited coming out of Arkansas. We know a lot of them that didn't. But it's just a matter of, okay, can you recruit the state of Arkansas, and can you go outside the state and recruit really well as well? That was one thing that it came down to the demise of Brett Bielema, where, okay, he was getting a couple in-state guys here and there, but there was nobody outside the state that he was getting besides his first year in Florida.
Can he really prove that Texas can be a place he can get good players?
That's important.
And I don't expect him to get the best in Texas. That's not going to happen. Longhorns are going to get more than their fair share. The Aggies being in the SEC, they're going to get their fair share.
Alabama, Georgia.
Well, LSU's going to come right over the border and get some. You mentioned the national programs like Alabama. They're going to come in there, Georgia. But can you go in there and compete with Oklahoma and Oklahoma State? Because they're coming in there too. There's tons of great players in Texas. That's going to be the difference between this guy being a long-term successful coach at Arkansas and his tenure being much like his predecessors, 4 to 6 years, and on to the next guy.
Well, and my question is, so this is all great that he's getting all these kids. What's the timeline on this? Because we're talking about football, not basketball. So you getting a Daniel Gafford in basketball, he can play 13, 14 games, and then all of a sudden it can click, and then he has 17 more to kind of feel his way out. And so by year 2 or even by year 1, you're getting impact guys. This is football, though, in the best league in the country. Yeah. So even with all this stuff happening, you still got a lot of the same guys that went 2 and 10.
Yeah, you do. You do.
So what's the time frame on even getting all these guys in here? What's the time frame? Or so is his recruiting last year, there's no way that can be the reason why you're optimistic about next year. Because there's no way that you think that all these freshmen that were playing in high school last year are going to be that much better than everybody else that was at every position that the Razorbacks had last year.
I don't know if it's necessarily from the talent perspective that people feel that way, but I do believe that there are people, right or wrong, disagree with them, but this is just how they feel, that just them coming in and not having the culture left over from Brett Bielema, not being Brett Bielema's guys. There's people that feel like that is beneficial within itself because of the stain that they have for not only the culture that Brett Bielema left behind, but there was no doubt that there were serious issues going on in the locker room last year with a lot of former Brett Bielema players. And I think that, right or wrong, again, but I think fans look at that and say, even if they're not as talented as what they could have from the guys that are from last year, the year before, or whatever, even if they're not as talented, those 2 and 10 guys, they would rather have true freshmen who are raw, who are Troud Morris's guys in there, rather than have a junior or senior Brett Bielema guy.
And I understand that, but I'm asking, what's telling me that they're not going 2 and 10 again?
I guess that the only thing you can really bank on is that they
because
everybody from last year gets better.
Right. Because I'm telling you, the culture isn't the reason why Arkansas couldn't block nobody.
No.
The culture isn't the reason why
they didn't have a lot of talent.
Why Santos couldn't cover anybody. Like that wasn't culture. That was more of a talent. And then you say, well, Nick, you're bringing in 4 stars and you're bringing in a lot of these guys, and I understand that. But
you're hoping you're upgrading your talent. That's what today is supposed to be all about, is upgrading talent.
But is a 4-star freshman that's coming to Arkansas better than a junior or a senior that has been here that has experience?
God, I hope so.
That's what you're hoping for.
I mean, because some of these guys that have been playing the last couple of years particularly in the offensive line, not getting the job done.
Right. And
Horrible.
If that's the case, are you going to,
the wide receivers last year.
Are you going to,
as a whole?
So 15 or 16 of these guys are going to be better than 15 or 16 guys. I mean, like, that's just, I just don't know how realistic that is.
Here's the thing. Are you thinking this thing's going to get turned around in the 2019 year?
But I'm asking, though, how much further are we going to be away from 2? Because, I mean, you can't win 2 games. That just can't happen.
But if you're thinking they're going to win 10, you're crazy, too.
Well, I'm not saying that either, but, I mean, how much further away are they from 2?
Well, they're closer to 2 than they are 10.
Yeah.
But I think this is it's a team that, it's a wide range, but 4 to 6 wins next year I think is realistic. You can't go 2 or 3 wins again. Particularly with this schedule, because you don't have another Power 5 non-conference game on the schedule like you were supposed to have had last year with Michigan. And then
there goes 3.
So you ought to be 4 right there at least.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping for.
I mean, I think this should be a program that should win. Has to get their first SEC win under Chad Morris. Can't be like a Bielema deal where you go deep into the second season before you get that, the LSU win. That became his notable first SEC victory. It's got to be,
But they went 6-6 that year, and I think that's how most people would feel if they went 6-6 this year. It's not going to be everyone's just going to be pumped up, excited, but it's at least going in the right direction.
6-6 with another top 20 class.
Oh yeah, everybody be pumped. If you go 6-6.
Well, I'm saying about the overall general picture though. It'll be excited about where you're going. But people are still going to be skeptical.
I mean, again, you just break it down. To get to 8-4 means you have to win all of your non-conference games.
Have to.
And we know that 2020, like the non-conference schedule, gets back to a normal non-conference schedule. Is it 20 that Notre Dame's on,
That's
and then
right.
21 Texas is on, and then I lose track.
22, I believe, is when you go to BYU.
Okay. I mean, then 2025 is the other Notre Dame trip. I mean, so you get back to a little more of a routine non-conference schedule. This is your last kind of year with a reprieve, and Chad Morris couldn't have timed it any better in regards to that. But let's just say you're successful against Notre Dame, team right now that's
really
been
good
in the bid for the college football playoff. Let's just say you find a way to still win 4 non-conference games. You've still got to knock off 4 SEC opponents to go 8-4. That's just to go 8-4.
Find me 4. Find me those 4 SEC teams.
And Ole Miss isn't going to be down forever, and you didn't beat them last year with all the problems they got around the program.
Beat anybody last year. I don't know. It's just not going to be any easier though.
You got to go to an upswing Kentucky program this coming season.
Yeah.
I mean, winning 4 in this league is more difficult than you think, and that's not settling for mediocrity. It just tells you how far away you are from winning 10 or 11 again.
Yeah.
You got a long ways to go to get back to that level.
Yeah, it is a long ways. We got to take a commercial break. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in on What's Your Beef Wednesday, presented by Workman's Travel Center.
Yeah, Workman's Travel Centers all around the state with a brand new menu inside the Ozark Mountain Grill. Stop in this morning for a great breakfast. Later today for lunch, try the Piggy Mac Burger. 2 half-pound patties, pulled pork, bacon, cheddar cheese, all on a sweet bun that you can enjoy at any of their 3 facilities. Plus, they got clean facilities. Easy to get in and out of for getting fuel and getting what you need and getting back on the road. And whether you're going to a game or heading back home, Workman's Travel Center is the pit stop you're going to be glad you make. 3 different locations. In Rudy on I-49, exit 24. In Ozark, exit 35 off I-40. And in Lowell at exit 78 off I-49. It's Workman's Travel Center in Rudy, Ozark, and in Lowell. Open 24 hours a day.
The most show in Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
It's Razorback Camper Sales Model Year Blowout Sale. These are the lowest prices in the state. 2018 Salem 27 or 28-foot travel trailers with slide-out, awnings, power jacks, fully loaded with all the options. Your choice of rear living area or rear kitchen design. Only $21,986 or just $225 a month. As always, it's a low-pressure, no-hassle experience at Razorback Camper Sales. Exit 1 off of the bypass in Hot Springs or online at RazorbackCampersales.com.
Hey there, this is Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Williams Tractor in Berryville, and Bobcat in Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. It's finally 2019, and it's never too early to start planning for the upcoming season. Come see us during the Kick the Tires event going on now for great in-store deals and finance options on all New Holland equipment. Choose from New Holland tractors, hay and forage equipment, harvesting, seeding, spraying, or construction equipment. But it all ends March 31st, so hurry in to check out the savings during the Kick the Tires event at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat in Northwest Arkansas and Rogers.
This is the Morning Rush.
Your number one Arkansas fans. Auto Owner Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Jerry Roller Insurance today at 479-785-5555 or see their website at jerryroller.com. Again, that's 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com.
You know, a night out with friends can be so much more. Upgrade your evening at 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge on the Avenue. Rediscover life's simple pleasures. Dial back, slow down, and immerse yourself in what true relaxation can be. Top shelf wines and liquors, premium beers, world-class cigars, all in an atmosphere that feels less like a lounge and more like a destination. Sample, indulge, escape. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. Upgrade your night on the Avenue.
With your hectic schedule, it's hard to find time to keep your house clean. So for the carpets, upholstery, drapes, wood floors, and more, why not leave the cleaning to the professionals? Service Master Clean. Give Service Master Clean a call today at 646-4087 and get the clean you expect and the service you deserve. A clean carpet isn't all they guarantee. They have over 50 years of experience in the cleaning industry with an unrivaled reputation for service, professionalism, and customer satisfaction. Their employees are professionally trained and well-equipped. They specialize in cleaning carpets, upholstery, draperies, and wood floors to give your home that deep down clean. Give Service Master Clean a call today at 646-4087 and get the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Their knowledgeable, insured, and professional technicians will provide you with a free, no-obligation estimate you can rely on and a guarantee to do the work right the first time, or they'll do it over, no questions asked. That's Service Master Clean. Give Service Master Clean a call today at 646-4087 and get the clean you expect and the service you deserve.
Fresh means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time.
Fresh, fast, Jim's Razorback Pizza.
At the corner of Greenwood and Gary in Fort Smith.
Tri-Hill Turf offers the highest quality turf and pest services. Hey, you say those are big words. Well, let's see. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has a company agronomist, state and nationally certified technicians, free soil testing, and they even have precision GPS guided application equipment. Now that's high tech. For over 30 years, Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has used the latest application technology, and they strive for turf and pest excellence. They are your local turf and pest experts. Call the local team at 782-0404. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest.
Hey dads, do you have an athlete in your house that is looking to take their skills to the next level? Excel Speed Training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club has the proven results to maximize your athlete's potential. Designed for both male and female athletes of all ages and various sports to improve mobility, endurance, agility, and vertical jump. Take your game to the next level with Excel Speed Training. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. That's Mike at 479-926-0193 at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
Winter is actually a good time to paint that room you've been meaning to get to for a while now, and the folks at the paint store in Van Buren can help you with a great color selection from Richards Paint. Need to do some outdoor painting? The premium low-temp application paint from Richards Paint is applicable down to 35 degrees. Experience hometown customer service you won't get at a national brand store, plus get professional advice from Sue and Vicky, who have 30-plus years of experience at the paint store in Van Buren.
ESPN 95.3. The most entertaining sports talk radio show in the Natty State. This.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, and it is presented by Sassy's. I can't think of a better what's your beef sponsor than to be Sassy's Red House with their 2 locations in Fayetteville, off of College and off of Weddington. If you want to have a great place to go and get a great lunch or great dinner that not only has a great barbecue, but other options like great burgers, award-winning smoked wings. Maybe you want to still be on your health kick. If you've made it through the first month of your diet and your New Year's resolution to stay healthy, they still have great wraps, great salads you can also choose from as well. So I know Nick Mason's a big fan of the catfish over there at Sassy. So what I'm telling you is that no matter what type of food you want, no matter if you're wanting to stay healthy or if you want to go all in and get you a Sass Attack burger, Sassy's has it all for you. There are 2 locations off of College and off of Weddington.
I'd be the worst spokesperson for Sassy's all the time because I don't know anything they have besides catfish.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know,
I get the same thing every time I go.
Is that actually better to have it that way if you have your favorite restaurant and just where – because everyone's like, if you go to a certain restaurant, people will make fun of me, be like, is that all you ever get? It's like, hey, listen, if it's not broke, don't fix it. It works out.
I can catfish good catfish I can eat every day.
I mean, it's good to know what you want because I hate being the guy, and sometimes I am, that pulls up to the drive-thru menu that hadn't changed in 40 years, and you're just staring at it.
You'd be like, let me
what
get
do you
a,
want?
well, what about do y'all still got that,
Yeah, and it's not like it's ever changed.
Yeah.
Like very seldom.
And you look at it for about what seems like 10 minutes, and it's really about 30 seconds, but just give me the old number 3. That's what I always get.
Yep.
It's good to know what you want.
That's right.
Who was the coach? There used to be a coach that said in recruiting he'd take a player to McDonald's. But that he's recruiting as a quarterback. He's recruiting a quarterback. He'd take me, and if they knew exactly what they wanted, instantly, boom, make a decision. That was like a test for him. If they got up there and him hauled around, he didn't want to recruit that player because they weren't decision makers.
If he's taking him to McDonald's, they should have screamed audible, audible, audible.
yeah, go somewhere else with it. So, but no, I'm the same way too. By the way, everybody, we talk about signing day. Jalen Catalon has officially signed his letter of intent to play for the Arkansas Razorbacks. He's a 4-star safety, so just wanted to get everybody an update on that, and I'm sure more will be going on throughout the show, and we'll keep you updated on that as well. More of the Morning Rush coming up next. Stay with us.
Now is the time to talk to Burton Pools and Spas during the preseason sale. Enjoy a full swimming season in a 32 by 16 Grecian in-ground pool with payments starting at $235 a month with approved credit. That's only $235 a month. And for the first 20 customers, get a free upgrade to a saltwater pool system. Call now to make your appointment. 478-3483 or online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Pros in the know start with Lowe's, because Lowe's offers pros brands they rely on every day, like America's most trusted water heater brand, A.O. Smith. Choose from several models available in stock and ready in emergencies, if that's when you need them. Plus, save 5% on every purchase every day when you use your Lowe's Business Credit account. So, Pro, now that you know, let's get started. Offer subject to credit approval. Can't be combined with other credit offers. Exclusions apply. U.S. only.
Today's the day to get motivated, to be inspired, to start listening. And now with Audible for just $14.95 a month, you get any audiobook of your choice and 2 Audible originals. Plus, for the first time ever, exclusive fitness and wellness programs, all included with your membership. And if you don't like a book, exchange it at any time. So make today the day you start listening to Audible. Start your 30-day trial and get your first audiobook for free at audible.com.
It's time for some straight talk. The big wireless companies charge a boatload for their superior network coverage. But guess what? Straight Talk uses the same cell towers but charges a lot less. Who knew? Well, now you do. And I do. So let's do something. It's time to switch to Straight Talk. Unlimited plans start as low as $35 a month on America's largest, most dependable networks. Straight Talk Wireless. Only at Walmart.
Savings may vary. A month equals 30 days. Please refer always to the latest terms and conditions of service at straighttalk.com.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Are your real estate investments being properly managed? Are you sending a check or cashing a check each month? If you're tired of your current property managers, then call Trinity Multifamily. Trinity will qualify your tenants and leases, inspect your properties, and take care of maintenance and provide you with web-based access to current financial reports, leases, and pictures of your property. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game. Now is the time to book Book your fundraising and corporate golf outings for 2019 at Eagle Crest Golf Course. Call Eagle Crest now before all the best dates are gone. 479-632-8857. Eagle Crest Golf Course, voted best of the best golf course 2 years in a row. Let their staff take care of everything, from help with your tournament as well as food and beverage service. If you're looking for a place to host your corporate or charity event this year, call Eagle Crest Golf Course. 479-632-8857.
ESPN 95.3. The best looking duo in Arkansas sports radio. God, I'd hate to see number 2. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, presented by Trinity Multifamily.
Yeah, your teammate in the real estate game. If you own apartment complexes, duplexes, other multifamily property, Trinity Multifamily is an award-winning company that manages over 16,000 units in 11 different states. And Trinity Multifamily is there for you. 479-452-1817. If 2019 is the year you're looking to turn the corner when it comes to your investment property, Trinity Multifamily can help you in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, Little Rock, Hot Springs, and really anywhere in the country. 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
Did you guys know that the Chinese New Year started?
I did.
I did know that, actually.
Do you know what year it is? It's the year of the pig.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I did know that, too.
So Arkansas is going to win it all and everything, right? Is that what that means?
So I was getting some stuff I went to Sam's and bought some items we needed for the Super Bowl party. And something you would think they would not ever run out of would be strawberries. Needed strawberries for Laura to make the cake.
Oh, yes.
Went in there, no strawberries, none. And I went and asked someone, have y'all moved? I thought, because Sam's is really
How do you
bad
run
about
out of? Oh, yeah,
they move stuff all of the time, but generally produce stays pretty locked in. They said, no, we're out of them. I said, what is the deal? How are you running out of strawberries? And they said, Super Bowl, first of the month, government shutdown over, everybody shopping, and Chinese New Year, big weekend for sales. I'm like, really? I didn't know it was a big deal. Oh, yeah, Chinese New Year is a big thing.
I have never heard of that.
I did not know that either.
I thought it was more just kind of like, oh, isn't that fun? I didn't know people actually celebrated by buying food and like having parties. Maybe we're hanging out with the wrong
part of our culture. Maybe we need to make it part of our culture.
Maybe we're hanging out with the wrong crowd. I'm not totally sure, but
apparently strawberries are on their list.
Okay, well, I can understand all the other ones, but either way, when I saw it was the Chinese New Year and how it's the year of the pig, I don't know how it works, but I guess that if you're a Razorback fan, you should take that. Like the marketing team should do something about this.
Yeah,
the U of
absolutely.
A. Be playing up the fact that the Chinese New Year is all about the year of the pig, and that if Arkansas was able to do something that they haven't done this year, like say if they made it to the Sweet 16 in basketball, or say if they actually won the College World Series in baseball, something crazy like that, I think that they would have to give credit where credit is due, and they have to do it to the year of the pig. That's just what I'm feeling about it. But either way, there's not like there's a lot of things going on, but yeah, it was good to see that as well. So, but I don't know. I don't really know. I don't even know how the Chinese New Year works. I was just seeing people tweet about it and how it all is a holiday, because we talked about holidays and ones you can celebrate. Now Super Bowl is basically its own holiday where you can get around and eat some food and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that was pretty great.
Yeah.
By the way, it's What's Your Beef Wednesday, presented by Southern Tire Mart, your source for the River Valley's favorite quality brand. Southern Tire Mart in Fort Smith will beat or match any advertised price on the same tire. Choose one of America's favorite brands like Michelin or BF Goodrich, knowing you will get safe, fuel-efficient, and long-lasting tires with exceptional value. Plus, get that $24.95 oil change, 5 quarts and diesel additional charge. Big savings and the best service at Southern Tire Mart. Something we're going to also bring up, because we know that it's signing day and a lot of people are interested to get the updates that are going on with that, and we'll get to that on the other side of the break, and we'll do our What's Your Beef at around 8 o'clock this morning as well. But the thing is that there are some people that are still skeptical that have been tweeting at us when we were having our discussion about Chad Morris and how good is this recruiting class? How excited are you about this recruiting class? There are still people that are just completely shut down from the football program. They don't even care. They're all about baseball season. They've even moved on from basketball. They're all about baseball season. But I'm telling you, folks, You got to get out of this mess. You got to recruit your way out of it. It's going to be a great recruiting class. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see exactly what players actually add something, get on the field from this recruiting class this next year, because I think it's going to be more than even we even think about.
A week from Friday, first baseball game of the season. I know people are pumped.
It's going to be freezing, isn't it?
Who knows? It's been 80. Tomorrow's going to be 30. I don't know. Who knows?
I hate Arkansas.
Who knows?
Yeah. Well, we'll make it work. We'll still go to the game.
Everything but locust is in the forecast.
Good grief.
The new Perry Robinson Salisaw Ford has a bigger selection with over 200 vehicles in stock, personal service from a staff that is ready to work with you, and an all-new service department that's friendly and will fix your car right the first time. This is our promise to you at the new Perry Robinson Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw, Oklahoma.
Perry Robinson Salisaw Ford.
You're born amazing, and at Baptist Health, we want to keep you that way. In fact, that's our mission, to not only provide the most skilled doctors and nurses to heal you from sickness or injury, and comprehensive care to support your recovery, but also to be your guide to health. Also, you can keep on inspiring, keep on reaching, and keep on amazing. For the care that keeps you amazing, visit Baptist-Health.com.
This is Mark Hurst. So many times, a friend or acquaintance will see me at a ball game or maybe at church and tell me that they really need to come in and have their teeth cleaned or have a tooth fixed, but because they don't have dental insurance, they're worried about the cost. That's why at Hurst Family Dental Care, we offer a dental discount plan to any of our patients that don't have insurance. Give us a call at 474-1972 to learn more about the Hurst Family Dental Care Dental Discount Plan. Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
It's February tax season at Frank Rowe Furniture. Don't pay too much for your furniture and wait days to get it in. We will deliver it for free.
We're also offering 25% off on all cash sales and 15% off on our in-store no-credit check financing. We carry many made-in-the-USA brands and also carry TVs and appliances, including 100% made-in-the-USA Speed Queen washers and dryers.
Frank Rowe Furniture, 25% off cash and 15% off financing with free delivery. Frank Rowe Furniture, best seats in the house.
ESPN 95.3. It's What's Your Beef Wednesday. Call or tweet the show and share what you're beefing with today. 877-377-6963. This is The Morning Rush.
The Morning Rush. It's a What's Your Beef Wednesday, so be sure to call in with your beefs. 877-377-6963. We'll be doing that around 8 o'clock this morning. Right now, let's go to the phone lines. Bill is in Fort Smith. What's going on, Bill? You with us, Bill? We lose Bill? Sorry,
Bill's
Bill.
left the building.
Bill left the building. All right, let's try Rod on I-40. You with us, Rod?
Yeah, going once, going twice. I'll tell you what, I got more beefs. I can't even try to unload all them. But, I'm kind of glad signing day is going to be over in the books. I know we went 2-10 last year. I finally dealt with that. I mean, it took a few months for me to digest that, right? I mean, that's never happened in my 60 years in this earth. But I know Chad Morris wanted to go to the racetracks, and he needed a Ferrari for that. And, Bielema left him a 3/4 ton pickup truck, basically. You can train people up, you can play them 2 or 3 years, but if you're not that good to begin with, guess what? You're not going to be that good to at the end. These guys are young, they're going to be raw, but if they got the speed and the talent, you can make up for a little experience. If you got a 4.4 back, you're going to chase down that 4.6 receiver pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, and that's what they're hoping for, Rod, is they're just hoping that they have at least guys that are having speed that will be able to do exactly what Chad Morris is needing done, because not only did you not have the guys that were knowing Chad Morris's system, but you also had guys that didn't have the athleticism and the speed to be able to run Chad Morris's system as well. Yeah, that one kid pulled that wheel route, and when he left every back we had right down the sidelines. I mean, it was the disparity was ugly. And, well,
as far as a basketball team, I have my pregame clinch every time I sit down and begin to watch it. I get my popcorn and my easy chair, and my wife said, "What's wrong? What?" I said, "I'm just getting it over with because I never know what I'm going to get with that team." Right?
That's right.
That's right.
They're not very consistent.
Yeah,
for
the
you.
one thing you do know consistently is it's going to be a horrible start.
That's right.
When's the last time Arkansas got out on someone like?
I guess LSU was the only time they had a good
94.
Yeah, it's been that long.
They did against LSU, but for the most part,
Yeah.
they fall behind 8 or 10 early. That's the consistent part to this team.
You can count on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to have some kind of rallying cry to wake them up before the game, begins.
I do,
and that way they know it's time to start.
Had a little over 6,000 there last night. The 8 o'clock start, I think, still continues to keep some away. The fact that this team is not believed by most to be a great team, I think, hurts as well. And then you're playing a Vanderbilt team that has still not won an SEC game is another factor in that. But I'm telling you, when you go into a game, you saw it last week. I was there for the Georgia game. It is dead in there for the pregame.
It is.
Dead in there
on.
at the starting lineups. And I think when players experience that during shoot-around, during warm-ups, during starting lineups, does that lead to a flat start? Because I think the lack of atmosphere from the get-go in that arena is what gives this team a slow start at home at least.
Yeah, I'm not going to necessarily say just a slow start, but I will say this. There are times where Arkansas makes a couple of plays, and in previous years, if you have 18,000 in there, if you have 13 or 14,000 in there, it blows the roof off, and that really gets under the skin of the opponent. So I can see where you're going a little bit. That's like 50% of it, but then
that
the other
doesn't explain
50%,
on the road why they're doing
right.
it either. Though.
And then the other 50% though is just the fact that they're just not playing well early on. But I'm glad you brought that up because last night when Isaiah Joe hit those 4 threes, if it was 15, 16, 17,000, like the game would have been over. How many times I've seen so many games that the crowd beat the other team.
Yeah.
I did. I've seen so many times where Arkansas has gone on some type of mini run and the fans have just been so overwhelming. Like you can't even think, you can't breathe, and you're just like, can y'all just be quiet for a second just so I can get my thoughts together? And it's like, no. And last night, after Isaiah Joe hit all those threes, guys, and I know they said 6,000 tickets. I was actually starting to count the people that were in there. That's how few of people were in the gym last night. I just started saying, I wonder if I can count all these people. And I got close.
Yeah.
63-47, the scanned tickets they put on the box score.
8 p.m. on a Tuesday against a terrible SEC team with a team like Arkansas that's been inconsistent. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses, but that's not surprising.
But I will say it goes back to the way Arkansas's been playing because if this was 8 p.m. and you were top 2 or 3 in the league, there would have been at least 10, 12,000.
If you were playing Kentucky or if you were playing Tennessee right now, or you probably have a much better crowd there than for Vanderbilt, who is now 0 for 9 in the SEC this season.
Yeah, that's not going to get it. Appreciate the phone call, Rod. Let's go back to the phone lines. Bill is in Fort Smith. What's going on, Bill?
Hey, I was just going to make a quick comment about the Lakers and the Pelicans. Hope nobody from the L.A. Brass is listening. But anyway, don't you think it's foolish for the Pelicans not to take that deal? Because they're going to end up with about 5 first-round picks if you count Ingram, Kuzma, and Ball, and then they're going to throw in a couple of future picks. So
they're not
to me,
making the
it's
trade.
ridiculous.
Yeah, they're not making the trade.
Well, I guess not. But, I mean, that was foolish not to do that because look at all the picks they'd be getting, and all the Lakers are going to get who is Anthony Davis?
Right. It was foolish for the Lakers not to do it or the Pelicans?
No, the Pelicans, it's foolish for them not to do that. That's equivalent to about 4 or 5 first-round picks. So that's just my take on it. I don't understand it. You guys have a good day.
Appreciate it, Bill. I was going to hope Tommy was going to take that one.
Well, I mean, Nick beat me to it.
Yeah. I'm glad you knew because I knew a little bit about the trades and all that fun stuff.
I just know the 76ers did something overnight, and I know that because I was listening.
Yeah,
I got Tobias or
the
whatever.
76ers got Tobias Harris.
Yeah, so
I think
that's
I'm
all
pretty
my
sure he went to
NBA
Tennessee.
trade deadline knowledge right now.
He went to Tennessee, I'm pretty sure.
Did he?
Yeah.
It's been a while. So
yeah, no, it's definitely been a while. That may have been 10 years ago.
Yeah. Well, we good luck to the Pelicans and the Lakers.
Yeah.
In
Hey,
their,
they should
in
have
their
done that
trades.
trade.
Yeah, should have done that trade.
Bill's right.
Could you have gotten further away from what our audience wants to hear? Like, what would have been a topic that would have gotten further away from that? Like and now
anything soccer.
No, but
I don't know, maybe
but
not.
like an actual topic that people talk about. So like in one of the big three sports, what could have been a further topic away from what our audience
spring
wants
training?
to hear?
I don't know, but spring training might be more popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see it.
Breaking down the spring roster depth chart and guessing at it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but that was about as far as way.
That's left field a little bit.
So y'all are striking out.
Yeah. So it's hard to think of stuff. Yeah, it's hard to think of stuff like that. Yeah. So, but to going back to the points that were made that we were opening, obviously with it being signing day for Arkansas and the excitement that comes along with this signing day period. It's kind of the thing too where if you look back at Brett Bielema and then Bobby Petrino, because I don't count John L. Smith, but just looking at the past three coaches, it seemed like that their first true recruiting class was their biggest one, was the most important one, was the one that really got it going, or at least that got them to the point where they were at their best. Bobby Petrino's year when they had Jarius Wright, Greg Childs, the Tyler Wilson, all those guys. That's when those guys came around and they had been there for years. That's when it got elevated. The same way with Brett Bielema, even though his elevation was a little smaller. But that year 3, when they went 7-5, 5-3 in conferences, when all those players like Hunter Henry and Alex Collins, those guys from that class, Denver Kirkland, when they all came about, it was from that first year's recruiting class. And so that's what you're hoping with Chad Morris, is that this year is going to build the foundation to where not this year, maybe not even next year, but then the year after that, when they get to that third year, you're hoping that this is going to be the recruiting class and these are going to be the guys.
So that'd be year 4.
Yeah, that'd be year 4.
Man.
But that's how far back you are.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, I understand. Like, I just don't want to hear you say that. I'd rather you just, I'd rather you spit on me and call it rain. Yeah, like
lie to you about it.
Year 4.
I know. But it's like you also got to be realistic about it too.
So it was year what when Petrino had his first good year? Year 3?
Year 3 was when he went 10-2, went to the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we know
sign me up for that.
Yeah. And even in Brett Bielema's third year, that was arguably his best year, even though he lost to Texas Tech and Toledo, but they went 5-3 in the SEC.
Yeah.
And so that was arguably his best year. So that's what you're hoping for out of Chad Morris. But the thing is, it's almost like that first year is such a wash, everyone wants to forget about it. They don't even want to count it. They never want to think about it again. You're hoping that by deleting that from your memory, it's almost like this will be a restart. You don't want it to be that way. You don't want to hear that. But it's going to take probably another 2 or 3 years before you really get it going for Chad Morris.
Kraft, let's get this guy off the radio.
Well,
quit saying that.
Oh, I know.
How are we going to? Okay.
Are you going to endure that?
This is how this radio thing works, John.
Okay,
I've been in the business a little longer than you.
Of course.
This is how this thing works.
You have hired me.
You have to start. I mean, you can't say that because there's no way for us to get to 8 or 9 wins by the time the season kicks off with you talking like this. So you need to keep those comments to yourself. So then by season start, we'll be at 8 wins. But what you're telling me right now, we're not going to be at 8 wins until 4 years from now.
Well, let me flip it back on you, Nick. This is how it works. You set the bar low, and then that way, if you exceed that low expectation, you're not disappointed. You're happy. You're excited. So as long as you say, hey, this team's going to be terrible, and they end up being decent, as in 6-6, then everyone's going to be going crazy.
Just telling it like it is.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we're doing, just telling it like it is.
That's what we do here on the Morning Rush. Yeah. We mix it up and tell it like it is.
But, I mean, if there was any need of a quick fix, this is this sport, this team right now, as quick as you can get it done.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time to work with, so the sooner the better for all of us at stake, that's for sure. 877-377-6963 is the number to call, and we'll get to your phone calls on the other side of the break. But before we get out of here, though, Tommy's going to tell you about Gaston's.
Yeah, Gaston's White River Resort, 870-431-5202, wherever you're at this morning. Be a great weekend coming up to get to Gaston's. Water has been consistently running from the Bull Shoals Dam, providing some great brown trout fishing. Got a picture from someone that was enjoying some fishing up around the White River this week. Got a 24-inch cutthroat, beautiful fish. That's the kind of fish the water's producing right now. Big browns, big rainbows, even some cutthroats here and there, and you don't want to miss out on your opportunity right now. Still a few weeks left for 40% off their lodging rates with winter rates right now at Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Call, talk about getting a guide as well, one of their guides that can take you out, show you the great spots on the river. You can see eagles. They got bald eagles all around the river right now. That's one of to me, one of the best parts of fishing on the White River up there is you get to see so many just, natural beauties of our state up in North Arkansas. And the restaurant's back open. We'll be telling you about their dinner specials coming up in the next day or so for this weekend with their breakfast, lunch, and dinner service available now in their great restaurant that overlooks the White River. 870-431-5202. Winter rates still in effect, 40% off right now at Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
Talk that never yields. This is The Morning Rush.
When you drive a Toyota Tundra or Tacoma, weekdays and weekends are two entirely different beasts. While an awe-inspiring view on a weekday might sound something like this.
Hon, there's a raccoon going through our trash again.
An awe-inspiring view on the weekend sounds a little more like this.
Whoa, Dad, this is crazy!
And while a bold adventure on the weekdays might be something like,
all right, kids, time to drive 3 hours to your swim meet.
Bold adventures on the weekend are closer to something like... Weekday?
Oh, cool. A standing desk.
Weekend.
Oh, cool. A ski boat.
You get the idea. Make your weekends more exciting than the days before them in the virtually indestructible Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places. Stop by your local Toyota dealer today and get great deals on the ruggedly capable Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. With bold styling and performance to match, these trucks were made for all of your weekend adventures to the great outdoors.
It is that time of the year, New Year's resolutions and taxes. Is your New Year's resolution to purchase your first home or even upgrade to a larger home or apply that tax refund towards a down payment? Hi, this is Matt Fowler with OneTrust Home Loans. We are here to make those dreams a reality. Picture it now. Would your dream home have a large wraparound porch? Or for those nature lovers, a home with acreage for you and your family to create lifelong memories? For that perfect home in town? Whatever your dream consists of, OneTrust Home Loans will get you there. We have simple, creative solutions, years of experience, and unmatched customer service. So whether you have perfect credit or less than perfect credit, let me and my team show you the path to home ownership. With 100% financing or low down payment loans such as conventional or FHA. OneTrust Home Loans serving Arkansas and Missouri with locations in Mountain Home, Harrison, Rogers, and Clinton.
NMLS 46375, an equal housing lender.
This is The Morning Rush.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resource with big news about how you can save hundreds or even thousands with state sales tax paid. That's right, get your nicer newer car now and we'll pick up the state sales tax. It's our most popular offer, but whew, it's expensive, so we can't do it forever. And you want to be the first one in line for the best selection from our Meineke inspected Rath Road Ready inventory. We know a lot of you are waiting on tax refund money, which may have been slowed down due to the recent government shutdown. Don't sweat it, bring in your W-2 and we'll use our TaxMax program to get you access to your money now and get you driving in your nicer, newer car today. But don't wait. This offer is only good for the first 72 customers this month. So visit us today and let one of our friendly, non-commissioned solution specialists help you start driving better in a Rath Road-ready vehicle with state sales tax paid. Only at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer 4 years running, Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, just north of the corner of Towson and Phoenix in Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
At Michelob Ultra, we know it's not just about how much you work out every day. It's about how much you work into every day, too. So we brew our beer for those who realize that expending calories should never come at the expense of spending time with friends. Those who understand that just because you work out doesn't mean you can't go out. And that's why we brew Michelob Ultra to have 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a crisp, clean taste. Michelob Ultra, brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, 0.6 grams of protein, and 0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
Chalupas, tamales, and refried beans. The freshest tortillas that you'll ever eat. Authentic, delicious, we all can agree. It's the real taste of Mexican food.
Juan's Mexican Restaurant is bringing the food and drink specials to you. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. $1 tacos all day long. So bring the whole family and enjoy Taco Tuesday at Juan's.
It's the real taste of Mexican food.
With technology moving faster every day, it's important for today's businesses to stay ahead of this fast-moving curve. Let Pinnacle Telecom partner with your business to ensure you're not left behind. We'll get you into a brand new IP phone system for as little as $99 per month. With world-class service and speed you can count on, Pinnacle Telecom is your best business solution, hands down. Check us out at pinnacletelecom.com or give us a call at 479-242-0000. Pinnacle Telecom, tomorrow's technology today.
Auto Park in Fort Smith combines over 90 years of family-owned experience with the best sales and service teams around. And at Orr Auto Park, every new vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty, free maintenance for 2 years, and free car washes for the life of the vehicle. The largest selection, the biggest discounts, and the best buying experience around. These are some of the reasons why you always score more with Orr Auto Park in Fort Smith. Stop in today, or they are always open online 24/7 at orrautopark.com.
ESPN 95.3. It's What's Your Beef Wednesday. Call or tweet the show and share what you're beefing with today. 877-377-6963. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Let's go back to the phone lines. Gary is in Fort Smith. What's going on, Gary?
Hey, guys. Talking about Arkansas recruiting in football.
Yeah.
I don't recall the number of preferred walk as high as it is this year. Is that something new, or is that just something maybe I haven't been paying attention enough the last few years, but it seems like we have about 12 preferred walk-ons. Is that just another way of trying to redo the roster, or is that just seems like there's a lot
I think
of
it's a way to get some fringe kids
Yeah.
that are from Arkansas. We were just talking to the break about Morgan Hanna from Greenwood that's a preferred walk-on. He's one example of a player that, in their heart, they always wanted to be a Razorback. And it just works out where they can go the preferred walk-on route. And they would, for these players, they're still fulfilling a dream. So I think what you're really seeing is some of these players around the state, and this obviously gives coaching staff a chance to, continue to upgrade the roster with scholarship offers elsewhere and with players that, might be late offers or last-minute offers. So I just think there's some in-state kids that were right there on the fringe maybe that they're now able to bring in as preferred walk-ons. Just everybody trying to jump on the train here.
Yeah, it just
Does that make
seems like
sense?
an awful high number.
Yeah.
I was just curious as to what they were, and maybe it's to keep, the lines of communication open with all the high school coaches. I know they made a big outreach to them early on when they got on campus, so that's another way, I guess, that they can keep them coming up there and interested in the program.
And I've had coaches, and not particularly with any particular kid that's a preferred walk-on this year, but explain it, now that Arkansas has the scholarship lottery money and there's other ways, particularly a kid with good grades that they might have offered otherwise with a scholarship can qualify with enough academic money on their own, too, that they can go this route. And then if somehow that dissipates or doesn't work out, they can put them back into scholarship if something opens up. But, in this state, and Dave Van Horn's talked about this, too, that the scholarship lottery money has helped a bunch with his recruiting. So, but you got to get kids to qualify. And it's harder in this state now because the qualifications to meet those. But sometimes when you got a player that can academically go get some money and their parents have the means, it makes it an easier choice.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious. It just seems like it
is a higher number. So
yeah, appreciate the phone call as always, Gary. Man, let's go back to the phone lines. Larry's in Fort Smith. What's going on, Larry?
Yeah, hi. First time calling in. Great show.
Thank you.
Just two quick things. One on the football recruiting. I'm a CEO, and I don't get 3 or 4 years to have a winning season. 2-10 was disappointing for the way he came in. He's got a great recruiting class. We're in the top 20. They got to make an impact this year and either get in a bowl game or get close, and then have a huge year next year. We're into another situation.
A huge year. What does that mean? What does a huge year mean?
Well, it means 7-5, 8-4.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I would say in 2 years. This year, let's get to 6 wins just to make a bowl game. That'll be progress. And then you keep getting these best Arkansas recruits. And I guess the preferred walk-on, yeah, they don't have to use scholarship money, and it keeps everybody excited. In basketball, okay, I'm biased here because I'm a friend of Mike Anderson's, but, you know, we're talking about inconsistency with a team that's one of the youngest teams in the country. We got Gafford and we got Mason Jones, a sophomore. The rest of them are freshmen. And we've won 4 SEC games in a row. We're in 4th place. Before yesterday's game, we were 59th in the RPI. You know, Anderson's a February coach. We're closing games better. You know, we got behind by 3 points last night with 3 minutes to go and won by 3. So, it's interesting the way they do the attendance with all the season ticket holders. You know, the official attendance, if you go online, was 14,000 last night.
Yeah,
so
but there was 5,000 actually there.
Yeah. A lot of those shows. They were loud at times. Like you said, it was dead in the pregame. It was dead a lot of the game. But late in the game, you know, the crowd got loud. So they're good to watch. And as a Fort Smith guy, you know, Isaiah Joe, the more three-point shots he gets, the more.
Appreciate the phone call, Larry. Sorry, we're up against it, man. More of the Morning Rush coming up in 2 minutes. Stay with us.
Combined experience, the team at the law offices of Craig L. Cook understand the definition of work, real work, working for you. Whether you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help navigating bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook, with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
Let's go to the Warehouse Club or the big chain tire store and buy some tires. Why? You think you're saving money? You aren't. Jody'sAuto.com has the best tire brands at the same prices as the Warehouse Club or chain. Price match guarantee and free flat repair to everyone. At the club or chain, you will pay for road hazard protection. Not at Jody'sAuto.com. Free road hazard when you buy 4 tires. What else do they have? Tires and installation, 1 location. Jody'sAuto.com, 3 locations. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, air conditioning, steering and suspension, everything, 1 stop. Not 1 stop for every service, 1 stop for all of it. Best warranty on service and repairs anywhere. Spend $30. Get free roadside assistance. Yeah, that's what you get when you deal with a local company established in 1984 with a motto of do what's right. Jody'sAuto.com for tires and all the rest.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Showers on the increase today. There is a chance of a few isolated thunderstorms or high temperatures upper 60s to low 70s. Showers likely, a few thunderstorms in the mix. An overnight low will drop down low 50s north, low 60s south. And then showers, a few thunderstorms mainly early on Thursday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Radio station.
KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios.
We didn't come to paint. We came to win the game.
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station.
First of all, very few people listen to your radio show. That's the good news. Let me just tell you.
Streaming live from
hitthatline.com.
I got that wood, and that's how you pronounce it. Ain't Arkan. It's Arkansas, baby.
This.
Y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Is
Smile.
The Morning Rush.
Am I wrong? Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Am I wrong? Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Get it on till I die. Get it on till I die. Y'all remember me? Y'all remember me?
With John Neighbors.
Call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone.
Tommy Kraft.
I thought that was one of the worst officiated games I've ever seen.
Starts right now.
Hour 3 of the Morning Rush rolling your way, talking Arkansas and Vanderbilt from last night. It's also National Signing Day. We'll continue to take your calls and your thoughts on Chad Morris wrapping up what I think is his first real recruiting class. We'll get back into that. Richard Davenport will be with us tomorrow at this time and have a full recap of National Signing Day, which is really
Light.
It just doesn't have the luster. It doesn't have the appeal.
Yeah.
It used to be, as you said earlier in the show, and I think was accurate. This used to be like a national holiday for college football. And with the early signing period, it's just not what it once was. We're brought to you by Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and in Berryville. It's the Kick the Tires event going on New Holland equipment. Choose from New Holland tractors, hay and forage equipment, harvesting, seeding, spraying, and construction equipment. It all ends March the 31st, so hurry down to Williams Tractor and kick those tires at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and in Berryville. Big night for the Razorbacks last night, who got to the halfway mark in SEC play. 5-4 now in conference play. If you had Keyshawn Embry-Simpson with a game-winning shot last night, you win. Because I don't think most of us
You are quitting your job.
Go immediately to Vegas, go immediately and buy a lottery ticket, go immediately somewhere and get yourself some kind of winning situation. Because last night, Keyshawn Embry-Simpson only had 5 in the game, but, Nick, the last 3 were the biggest.
Yeah, kind of like you said, and what I don't think is getting enough, or I don't think enough people are talking about this. Gafford struggled passing out of double teams a lot last night. And Gafford had a great game, but the one knock on him last night wasn't the free throw line. He was great at the free throw line. He shot, he's great from the field. He shot over 80% from the free throw line. But the one knock on him last night probably was the few turnovers that he had passing out of the double team. And one thing that we don't credit Mike Anderson with is late game plays or out of timeouts or underneath out of bounds. And the fact that Arkansas was patient, because there was a time Isaiah Joe had the ball and he was struggling with about 8 or 9 seconds left.
Yeah.
And at that point I was like, oh man, he's just about to throw something up. Vandy's going to get the rebound. Arkansas is going to lose. He passes it in. It comes back out. It goes in again. Daniel Gafford looks on the backside. And whenever the double team comes, the backside is always wide open. Keyshawn Embry was wide open, and he didn't play very well last night, but I'm glad he saved the big one for the end.
Arkansas had 18 turnovers in the game last night. It seemed to me like just watching a lot of those were turnovers that were when they were trying to get the entry pass into Gafford.
Yeah.
It would either get stolen, deflected, the bounce passes, trying to go low to get it in his hands. That's one thing at least Vanderbilt picked up on, and I wonder if more teams are going to find ways with their defense. Hey, part of defending Gafford is defending the entry pass.
Yes.
And I thought Vanderbilt did a good job with that last night.
And defending the entry pass, a lot of people think defending the entry pass is whoever's guarding Daniel Gafford. That's not true. Whoever's pressuring the ball, that's who is putting the most defense on the entry pass. And, man, I don't know what it is, but Isaiah Joe can get Daniel Gafford the ball. Gabe and Reggie Chaney, but it seems like at times the smaller guards, it's a little difficult for those guys to get Daniel Gafford the ball unless it is a lob, and I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's lack of length, lack of size, or they just don't feel comfortable. But, I mean, if Isaiah Joe isn't shooting a 3, anything else needs to be touching Daniel Gafford's hands. He can pass out of a double team, pass it back out, and then go back into him again.
Gafford with 28 last night. Isaiah Joe with 69. So, I mean, just do the math right there. There was a point where those two players, Joe and Gafford, combined for 35 of the 38 for the team just early in the second half. We've talked about what are you hopeful for beyond this season with this basketball program. There is no Daniel Gafford coming. There is no future potential lottery pick or NBA draft player, it appears. But are we wrong about, is Isaiah Joe becoming that kind of player that next year you can build a team around Isaiah Joe and Mason Jones? But is Isaiah Joe going to become the kind of player, I know it's guard versus post player, but is he the guy that we're going to be looking to next year? Because it's starting to look that way.
Well, the only thing about saying that is so Isaiah Joe's going to hit more than 6 threes next year. Like,
I mean,
in games. I mean, Isaiah.
How much more can he do?
And he's going to be more well-rounded. He's going to get a few more rebounds. He's going to get a few more assists. He's going to have less turnovers. He's going to be more confident. But you're talking about a kid that's shooting 45% plus from the three-point line, is going to shatter all kinds of three-point made records regardless of class. He's going to, he's top whatever in the country. So, yes, and I'm not saying that Isaiah Joe has reached his ceiling because I think he's far from that. But, I mean, he's giving you 4, 5, 6 threes in, a lot of these games. So, I don't know. I don't see him necessarily being Daniel Gafford next year. I just see it's going to be difficult for him to continue at the rate he is because next year you're not going to have a big that you double. So now it's going to be like, hey, get the ball out of Isaiah Joe's hands. Make sure that Isaiah Joe doesn't beat you like it is right now for Gafford. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. If Mike needs to make it to the tournament in one of these 2 years, this year or next year. It seems like at this point, this year has a better chance of going to the tournament versus what you're projecting for next year.
How is Vanderbilt 0-9? I mean, this is a team that took Tennessee to the wire.
Yeah.
I know that's a rivalry game or classified as one. Joe Toye's a good player, right? And he played well last night. 18 points, 4 of 6 rather from the distance from three-point land, and was their best player offensively last night. I thought Arkansas struggled to defend Toye at times.
Right. A lot of their now, and they're in a rebuild because of course they have a new coach. A lot of their stuff was though set up around Darius Garland, who was their 5-star top 10 guy. He's going to go in the lottery in this year's draft, and he got hurt very, very early in the season. And so a lot of their stuff was going to be predicated on him scoring and him making others better. And so right now, Vandy just doesn't have the same talent level. And whenever Kevin Stallings was there's only a handful of years that Vandy had more talent than everybody else. He just tried to outcoach people. But the reason he was fired was because he didn't make it to the tournament enough times. It's hard to get guys in there, and it's difficult in that area because you are, little brother.
Has Bryce Drew been an upgrade? I mean, Kevin Stallings was pretty good for Vanderbilt and pretty consistent at Vanderbilt. Has this been an upgrade?
He's going to get more talent in. And to me,
but
everything
is he going to win more
to,
games? Is he going to get deep? I mean, to me, it's very similar to what Arkansas is doing here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this whole sport is about the postseason.
Yeah.
Tournament, Sweet 16s. Are you checking those boxes? I thought Kevin Stallings, for the most part, did a pretty good job with that while he was at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I think he made it to – it was just one of those things. He had just been there forever. Yeah. It was almost like the Houston Nutt deal. Like, unless Houston Nutt went to national championship, it just was time because he had been here for so long. So he had been there maybe 17 seasons. I think he made it to 6 tournaments. And then, too, at Vandy's not hoping for the same thing that Arkansas is. If Vandy's in the tournament 3 out of 4 years or 4 out of 5 years, then, like, they're happy. They're not trying to fire anybody. Whereas Arkansas, they're in the tournament 3 out of 4 years. And I don't want to say 50%, but, I mean, I think it's safe to say 30 to 40% of the fan base is not necessarily want Mike fired right now, but they do want to change, and they do want Arkansas to make it back to a Sweet 16.
Gafford was 10 of 12 last night at the free throw line. 10 of 12. Team was 15 to 20, 75%. Everybody wants to talk about it when it's bad. Let's talk about it when it's okay. But last night, Gafford was great, 10 of 12.
And there was one play when Desi Seals goes up for a layup, gets knocked out of the air. Then he has to leave the game. And anytime the free throw shooter has to leave the game, the opposing coach gets a chance to pick who he wants to shoot free throws. And so,
unless it's flagrant foul or
right,
there are some qualifiers where that doesn't work.
Correct.
But most of the time, you're right.
And then last night he picked Daniel Gafford, and when Gafford stepped up to the line, he made those free throws, and he just was in a rhythm, and he was making them all night long, and they were fouling him all night long. So, I mean, there were a lot of things that were the difference in that game, but I definitely think Gafford's free throw shooting, and then just that mini run that Isaiah Joe got on by himself, where he hit 4 threes in about 4 minutes, and then Arkansas was able to take 2 or 3 charges. That was the difference in the game.
I'm just telling you, watching Vanderbilt last night, seeing some of the results, it's just hard to believe they have not cracked the code.
Man.
They kept that graphic up there above the score for seemed like forever in the second half last night, March, whatever it was of last season, since they've won their last conference game. I mean, it's like a Bielema type deal. losing streak in conference play that spans 2 seasons. I don't know how this team's 0-9.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this team should be playing with Kentucky and Tennessee but 0-9?
It's difficult.
They're better than an 0-9 record.
It's
just
difficult.
watching them.
It seems like it's more difficult.
It's harder to go 0-9
than 9-0. Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
I don't know how they've done it.
It is.
All right, it's a What's Your Beef Wednesday. We're going to do that coming up in about 20 minutes or so. Also take your phone calls, 877-377-6963 if you got beefs out there, or if you want to talk about last night's basketball game or National Signing Day. Does it still mean anything to you at all? We'll discuss it more next on The Morning Rush.
The voice of Razorback fans across Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
What's your more? Maybe it's more front row seats to see your favorite band on all 35 tour dates around the world. Whatever you'd like more of, Powerball from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery can turn those dreams into reality. And the next drawing is for more than $200 million. So go to your local lottery retailer and get your ticket to more today. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Now is the time to talk to Burton Pools and Spas during the preseason sale. Enjoy a full swimming season in a 32x16 Grecian in-ground pool with payments starting at $235 a month with approved credit. That's only $235 a month. And for the first 20 customers, get a free upgrade to a saltwater pool system. Call now to make your appointment, 479-648-3483 or online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
This is the Morning Rush.
Unlimited personal group training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club. Personal group training is a great way to create accountability for your fitness while improving mobility, endurance, and overall wellness. Reach your fitness goals faster with personal group training. Only $60 a month. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. These workouts are high intensity and get results in under an hour. Only $60 a month. Call for class schedules and details. 479-926-0193. Results happen here at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
Are you tired of your increasing home and business rates? Go see the Matt White Insurance Agency today so he can review your policies so you can plan the next year with confidence. They have new products and new rates, which is beneficial in finding the policy that best fits your needs. Call the Matt White Insurance Agency today at 434-5101 and let them help with all your business and home needs. The Matt White Insurance Agency, a solution to every need.
Doe's Eat Place is the best of the best steakhouse in the River Valley. Award-winning steaks in a great atmosphere is what you will experience every time. Doe's Eat Place offers over 150 selections of wine, including 50 Cabernets, 200 spirits, including 80 whiskeys, bourbons, and scotch, and 75 beers, with 20 different local beers and 50 imported and craft beers. Everything you need for a memorable evening is at Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd in Fort Smith. Open 5 till 9 Monday through Thursday and 5 till 10 Friday and Saturday. Call 784-9111 for reservations.
Thinking of building a new home, doing a little remodeling, need a new roof or siding, or thinking about any other home improvement project? Call Infinity Property Development at 414-4102 for a quote today. They will work with you and give you options to fit your budget. Large jobs, small jobs, or anything in between, Infinity Property Development does them all. Infinity Property Development can turn any vision into reality. Call them today at 414-4102 and start your vision today.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Call them at 479-997-2366 or log on to BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
Now is the time to book your fundraising and corporate golf outings for 2019 at Eagle Crest Golf Course. Call Eagle Crest now before all the best dates are gone. 479-632-8857. Eagle Crest Golf Course, voted best of the best golf course 2 years in a row. Let their staff take care of everything, from help with your tournament as well as food and beverage service. If you're looking for a place to host your corporate or charity event this year, call Eagle Crest Golf Course, 479-632-8857.
Can you believe it is 2019? Our lives and our vehicles are more complex and computerized than ever, but Evans Body Shop has you covered. Our facility has iCar certified technicians that have been trained to work on the newest cars on the road. We have computerized paint matching and framing, and we offer aluminum welding and AC service for all of the innovative models on the market today. But the best things in life don't change. We still know how to treat people. Come in, have a cup of coffee, and let us work with your insurance to get you rolling again.
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
For 55 years, Dunn Ford Company in Stigler, Oklahoma has been taking pride in the Ford cars and trucks we sell and service. At our commercial vehicle center, we have the full line of Ford F-Series, Super Duty, and Medium Duty trucks. The Quick Lane at Dunn Ford does routine service and tires on all makes and models. Ask for the works, a 5-quart oil and filter change, tire rotation, and multi-point inspection for $39.95 or less. Dunn Ford in Stigler, 918-967-3384 or DunnFordCompany.com.
ESPN 95.3. Be sure to check out The Morning Rush, Halftime, and Ruskin is Ranting podcasts, all available at hitthatline.com. This is The Morning Rush.
Hey, the winter preseason sale is on right now at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale. Right now, a full swimming season is ahead of you, and you can enjoy all of it in your own backyard with Burton Pools and Spas. They have a 32 by 16 Grecian in-ground pool with monthly payments starting at $2 right now. And if you call right now, be one of the first 20 people to call before these offers are gone, you get a free saltwater upgrade, which makes taking care of your pool easier than ever. The highest in customer satisfaction is at Burton Pools and Spas. And right now it's time to plan, get it all done. This is where I began planning our pool in our backyard a year ago, and you should do the same right now. And then by March, April, you're going to be ready to go. When it finally turns spring and summer for good, your pool's in, your backyard's put back together, your family can enjoy a full swimming season. $235 a month with approved credit on in-ground pools, a 32 by 16. That's a good-sized pool. You can get it right now at Burton Pools and Spas and ask about the free saltwater upgrade when you call right now. Get more details online at burtonpools.com or call them at 479-648-3483. Those specials are good in Fort Smith and in Springdale. Might notice John's just kind of like disappeared.
Quit. He's going to the afternoons. Dun, dun, dun. You come on, Tommy. You got no music. You ain't got no drop.
See what you're starting.
Dun, dun, dun.
So he's like, I think it's karma. He's made fun of me for a year now that I'm the old man, that I'm over the hill at 43 years old, all of these things. He's turned 30 like a few months ago, back in October. And he's just falling apart. He is in the other room laying on the floor because his back
is out.
Is out because from working out. This is not some kind of wild exotic injury, from skydiving or some other kind of rigorous activity. This is from working out, a working out injury. And he's down on the mat right now.
Yeah, I've learned to never make fun of people because
it always comes back.
I'm not even 30, and I used to make fun of my former boss about him getting gout all the time. And I was like, come on, man.
And you now get gout
and
all the time.
There's like no such thing as somebody under 30 getting gout.
So we're hoping John can make a miraculous return here before the show is up. I think he's got a pinched nerve or something. I don't know.
I think
maybe you go in there and walk on him.
I think he did it on your watch too, Kraft.
No, that definitely didn't happen.
Yeah.
Let's go to Robert in Fayetteville, who's on the phone. Robert, good morning. Yeah, Robert, hang on. Yeah, there we go. Robert, now you can hear us.
Oh, now I'm there.
What's up?
Is it okay if I go ahead and start the What's Your Beef thing?
Roll it out.
Okay, so went to the game last night, and my beef is I haven't been to a game in a long time. I'm not going to get into details as to why. Let's just say I haven't been in a very long time.
Okay.
I've got two beefs about the game last night. The game was a good game. It was exciting. I wouldn't say it's a good game. I would like to have Arkansas to have won by 40, but, I always want them to win by 40. My voice is trash this morning. But
sounds
anyway.
Sounds like you cheered hard. So
I did very hard. In the last 20 seconds about killed me. But anyway, my beef is this. Number one, that place is a shell of what it once was. I'm sorry, Bud Walton Arena, there was less than 8,000 people there last night. It was embarrassing, but I can understand why. The department and whoever's in charge of the marketing has basically killed the atmosphere. Every time they go to a break, there's a commercial. We're advertising some sponsor of the team. Instead of getting the fans involved, instead of it being fun, instead of, making it about the game, all they're doing now is trying to sell us stuff. And, once in a while I get it. At halftime, I don't mind it. But when you trot somebody out there every time under the guise of, hey, we're going to play a game sponsored by this company or that company, it's just too dadgum much. And they've, in essence, taken the fan base out of the game.
How many of the Whataburger fries do you think you could get in that carton?
Well, I mean, I feel sorry for Whataburger because I was aggravated with Whataburger at the end of the game. I don't want to go to Whataburger now because they interrupted the dadgum game. I'm not.
It is a pretty good game, though.
To see about Whataburger, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, that's my beef. I'm aggravated that the fans aren't coming anymore, but after going to a game last night for the first time in a long time, I get it now.
Robert, isn't it about winning, though? I mean, there's just not other than the baseball program, it's about winning and losing, and they're just losing more than they're winning. Yeah.
I'm not arguing that point. I mean, the reason I don't go to the games is because I'm working all the time. I mean, and when I did go to the games, I was but I've been to a lot of games. I was there back before we moved into Bud Walton. I was there when we moved into Bud Walton. I've been there. And the atmosphere is not what it was.
No,
even if this
not even
team
close.
was winning, the dadgum advertising would ruin the atmosphere. And I'm just aggravated with that. Other than that, man, props to the team for hanging in there last night. It was a hell of a game.
Yeah. It was, and Arkansas makes it exciting. They find a way to always make it exciting at the end, win or lose.
I agree with him, though. I think the replay button is broken, too. Because every time I want to replay, it's like, come on, show me a replay.
Yeah, that was. I went up for the Georgia game, and that was frustrating. They've shut the game down. Officials at the monitor. You're not seeing it in the arena, though. There's some frustrations with that. But thanks for the call, Robert. 877-377-6963. We'll take more of your calls on the other side. Back in a couple of minutes here on the Morning Rush. Thank you for the overwhelming success of this year's Greater Fort Smith RV Boat and Outdoor Show. We took in so many top quality trades that we are now overstocked with pre-owned inventory. So if you've been looking for that motorhome, fifth wheel, or travel trailer, now is the time to buy. We have the right RV for your next adventure at a fraction of the original MSRP. Shop us today. Crabtree RV, next to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the four-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
This is Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Williams Tractor in Berryville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. It's finally 2019, and it's never too early to start planning for the upcoming season. Come see us during the Kick the Tires event going on now for great in-store deals and finance options on all New Holland equipment. Choose from New Holland tractors, hay and forage equipment, harvesting, seeding, spraying, or construction equipment. But it all ends March 31st, so hurry in to check out the savings during the Kick the Tires event at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Thirsty yet? Your favorite beer, wines, and spirits are just a quick click away at mysodies.com. Order online or on our app and pick up in the drive-thru. Or come in and we'll help you find something new to try at our tasting area featuring 8 wines and 8 craft beers. Experience the best at Sodies Wine and Spirits.
Callaway Epic Flash Driver and Fairway Woods are in stock now at the Golf Nut. Also, tailor-made M5 and M6 drivers, Fairway Woods and irons are available for 2019. Ping G410 irons are available with the driver, and Fairway Woods are coming soon. Book a time in their hitting bays with the new TrackMan technology or play around on one of the many golf courses on the simulator. The Golf Nut has been Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994. As always, check them out on Facebook for daily specials. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, your go-to place for everything golf.
ESPN 95.3. Don't just listen. Watch The Morning Rush on Hit That Line's Facebook Live, Periscope, and YouTube page. This is The Morning Rush.
All right, got your beefs coming up in about 5 or 6 minutes here on The Morning Rush, so get those lined up and your phone calls, 877-377-6963. Kraft and Nick Mason here, Ty Richardson taking your calls back here. We'll get Ty's beefs coming up in a little bit as well. We're hoping Neighbors gets off the mat. He can join us again here in a minute. I'll tell you that story again if you're just hopping in. Larry Rath's with us, Rath Auto Resources, Fort Smith and in Springdale. Big promotion going on here in the month of February. Sales tax paid, Larry.
You know, that's our very favorite promotion and the one that our customers like best, too, because it's so easy. I mean, you're going to save hundreds or even thousands based on the price of the car you choose, and it's easy and everybody gets it, and you know, it just makes it so much fun for folks to get that nicer, newer car and not wait at Rath Auto Resources. You know, and there's a lot of other reasons to buy here. It really is a better way to drive. When you come in here and you look at this huge inventory, you know, over 250 cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, sports cars, luxury vehicles. We've really got them all. We're bound to have one that's just right for you and your family. And you want to look for that Rath Road Ready sticker. You know, when you see that sticker in the window, it means that car's been hand-picked, reconditioned in our Meineke Car Care Center, passed all of its inspections. When it gets that window sticker, Rath Road Ready, you're looking at the finest premium pre-owned cars and trucks you're going to find anywhere. We always save you money. I mean, that's the easy part. And then you throw this sales tax paid on top of it, folks. It's a deal that's just too good to miss. You got to come in and see us now at Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Centers. We're at 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, the corner of Don Tyson and 71B in Springdale, or you can check us out online at rathauto.com.
All right, that's Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and in Springdale. Sales tax paid. Stop in and see Larry and his crew right now. Larry, we'll talk to you on Friday.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. And folks, come and see it.
All right, Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and in Springdale. It is National Signing Day. Keeping an eye on that. We'll get you an update before we get out of here. Really not a lot of hype. Really not a lot of... It's just not what it used to be because of the early signing period when like 70-75% of the recruiting is all done. Nick, this is just not a day that you know, people used to take days off work. This used to be like the first day of March Madness for some because it was a day that really spelled out exactly what was going to happen with your program, and it all came down to one day. Right. Now it's just not what it used to be because and I'm fine with the early signing period, but it's really taken a lot off the first Wednesday in February.
No, I mean it definitely has. This being a shell of itself, and I'll even say this: I didn't even know it was today. I'm not living necessarily under a rock. Obviously, I pay a lot more attention to basketball than anything else, but there was no way that if you had a cell phone and you were in the state of Arkansas or you are in an SEC city, there was no way that you didn't know when National Signing Day was in February. And now that 70 to 80% of your class is already done, it's really hard to get excited about today.
Hey, have you been down to the new 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge yet? You checked this out?
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm going to tell you, this. I've been down there. This is your kind of place. And if you want to upgrade your weekend, I know you like boys' night out. This is the place to go and upgrade your evening out is at the 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. It's way beyond anything you might be expecting. Big city feel. I was talking with some guys that have been in. You're not going to find anything like this in Tulsa Little Rock, Springfield, Oklahoma City. It's nothing like this in Dallas. I mean, this is really a neat deal. Everything from the time you walk in the front doors has been designed to impress you. Top shelf wines and liquors, world-class cigars. You're going to really be impressed with their humidor they got there that you can walk into. Comfortable, oversized leather chairs. Can't stress that enough. The oversized and the comfortable part. You're going to find all that. And an air recycling system where you will not leave smelling like smoke. It replaces the air every 4 minutes. See what we're talking about at the all-new 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge at 906 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith. It's a What's Your Beef Wednesday. We'll hammer on that next here on the Morning Rush.
In Fort Smith combines over 90 years of family-owned experience with the best sales and service teams around. And at Ora Auto Park, every new vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty, free maintenance for 2 years, and free car washes for the life of the vehicle. The largest selection, the biggest discounts, and the best buying experience around. These are some of the reasons why you always score more with Ora Auto Park in Fort Smith. Stop in today, or they are always open online 24/7 at OraAutoPark.com.
Let's go to the Warehouse Club or the big chain tire store and buy some tires. Why? You think you're saving money? You aren't. Jody'sAuto.com has the best tire brands at the same prices as the Warehouse Club or chain. Price match guarantee and free flat repair to everyone. At the club or chain, you will pay for road hazard protection. Not at Jody'sAuto.com. Free road hazard when you buy 4 tires. What else do they have? Tires and installation, 1 location. Jody'sAuto.com, 3 locations. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, air conditioning, steering and suspension, everything, one stop. Not one stop for every service, one stop for all of it. Best warranty on service and repairs anywhere. Spend $30. Get free roadside assistance. Yeah, that's what you get when you deal with a local company established in 1984 with a motto of do what's right. Jody'sAuto.com for tires and all the rest.
Chalupas, tamales, and refried beans. The freshest tortillas that you'll ever eat. Authentic, delicious, we all can agree. It's the real taste of Mexican food.
Every Monday at Juan's Mexican Restaurant, kids eat free. So bring the little amigos, and kids eat free with the purchase of an adult entree. Juan's Mexican Restaurant, 3121 Towson Avenue.
It's the real taste of Mexican food.
ESPN 95.3. Spitting the most fire takes you'll ever hear all morning long. This is the Morning Rush.
It is a What's Your Beef Wednesday here on the Morning Rush. You can call and get your beefs. We're going to give ours real quick, and then we're going to go to the phones and take your beefs, your complaints. What has got you hacked off right now? Could be sports, could be something else. 877-377-6963. We do it every Wednesday. It's called What's Your Beef Wednesday.
What is wrong with you? I want to complain. I'm complaining.
I want to complain about complaining.
I want to complain.
It really pisses me off today.
To simply listen to people whine and complain.
I'm angry. I'm spitting angry. I'm like a tornado of anger, swirling about. My heart rate is dangerously high right now.
I'm complaining because not enough people tickle, hug, or smile.
I'm so mad I could eat ball bearings and crap BBs.
It's time for What's Your Beef Wednesday.
All right, I'll kick it off here. I'm beefed and tired of all the Super Bowl complainers. It's the Super Bowl. Not every year is going to be a wonderful game that comes down to the wire where we get a wonderful result with a last-second interception like we had a few years ago with the Patriots and Seahawks. Not every year is going to be a game. And this year was a little bit different. If you don't understand or don't like good defensive football, I'm sorry. It was still a good football game. Was it an exciting, high-scoring game? Of course it wasn't. But there's more to the game than just each team scoring 42 points. This was still an entertaining game that until the last few minutes was a one-possession game the whole way. I mean, if I told you were going to get to watch a football game and it was a one-score difference for 58 minutes, Are you not signing up for that?
Yeah, one of the best.
I just don't understand all of the complaints, all of the griping about the Super Bowl when it really kept you on the edge of your seat because you didn't know who was going to win until the final few minutes.
One of the best college football games I've ever seen is LSU-Alabama 2011, where LSU beat Bama in Bryant-Denny Stadium, and there were some people outside of the SEC that was like, this is one of the worst football games I've ever seen. There is a difference between a bad football game like Virginia Tech and I think it was Wake Forest that went into overtime 0-0 a couple years back, and then good defensive football. It's okay every once in a while that it's not a high-scoring affair.
It's not your preference. You would probably do. Obviously, all of us would have preferred to see a few more points.
But you hate like 55-50 games.
That's bad football.
Yeah.
I mean, some of this Big 12 stuff is bad. Folks, it's just bad football because there's no defense. That is bad football. The Super Bowl kept you engaged because by either team could have made the difference in who was going to win or lose until, what, 4 minutes to go, whatever it was?
Yeah, when Gostkowski hit that field goal.
To me, that's the definition of a great game.
The only reason why I don't agree that that's the definition, because the Rams, like, they weren't coming in with a top 15 defense. They weren't even coming in with a top 25 defense. I think they were 26 to be exact. And so you wanted to see them at their best, which is scoring points, and they punted on like the first 8 or 9 times they got the ball.
8 times.
So I think that was more. I do agree with you. Just because it's a defensive battle doesn't mean it's bad football.
Right.
But I didn't like it because I wanted to see the Rams scoring because that's what the Rams do.
Right.
And they couldn't score.
Nick, what is your beef?
I don't know if my beef is with Chick-fil-A or with the people that go to Chick-fil-A. Either Chick-fil-A puts crack cocaine in their chicken.
Well,
or it's the people.
There does seem to be a lot of demand for their product.
Like the only time I like going through Chick-fil-A drive-throughs on Sundays. That's the only time I can just drive right on.
Oh, you got to get.
I can drive right up to the window.
Yeah.
I can drive right on.
And
you
watch out for the guy pressure washing.
Yeah. And it's just like, people, we all stop acting like Chick-fil-A is handing out gold bars. And I guess you can say, well, why are you there at Chick-fil-A if they're not handing out gold bars? Every time I'm coming home and I call my daughter and I call my fiance, I'm like, hey, what do you want? My daughter wants something from Chick-fil-A. And so I go to the Chick-fil-A.
Sorry, baby, they're closed.
Yeah. I go to the Chick-fil-A that's right by the mall in Fayetteville. And so if you know that Chick-fil-A, which I know all of you in Northwest Arkansas do, every time I get there, where you turn in where like the bookstore is and back, almost pushing back to, I think that's Applebee's or whatever, the line's all the way back there. All the way back there.
They do a good job, though, of getting you through
Hold
the
on.
line.
No. I'm going to tell you this.
They
lie. Hold on. They lie and tell you that, oh, we can get you in and out in 5 minutes no matter what.
Yeah.
So I start timing them. What they do is they have so many checkpoints that you think you're going somewhere and you're not really going anywhere. They have a person that comes up to your car, then another person that catch you over here, person at the window, then they say pull forward. And they have you moving so much that you think you're going faster than what you are, and you're really not.
And they don't cheat you on ketchup either.
No. They definitely don't do that. So Chick-fil-A, stop putting crack cocaine in your food.
It's good stuff, though. All right, Ty, we're bringing you in. Bring in the righty for Neighbors here. Going to the bullpen.
Do my best. It's a big position. Mine is Boston sports fans that complain about anything.
They have nothing to complain about.
Look at the Patriots. 6 Super Bowls since 2001. Red Sox.
6 that they've won.
6 that they've won. 9
that they've been in. Yeah.
Boston Red Sox, 4 World Series championships. They've won 2004, 2007, 2013, 2018. Celtics won in 2008. They were there in 2010. And the Boston Bruins won a championship in 2013.
That's 12. That's 12 championships.
Tell me, Nick, these people have nothing to complain about.
No.
Nothing. And it's the city of champions. I think Title Town's Green Bay, and there's other cities with adages like that. But these fans have nothing to complain about. Nothing.
But they do.
But they do. The Red Sox are going to be pretty good again this year. I don't know about the Bruins. I don't know anything about hockey. Patriots are going to be one of the top 3 odds going back to the Super Bowl again next year. I mean, they are so good.
And the Celtics are going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the NBA Finals.
At least. They've won 8 of 9. It's unbelievable to live in. My great uncle, Fontaine, lives in that city. And I can't even fathom
what it would be like to be around that excellence all the time in sports.
And not only that, but of course, I'm a basketball guy. Not only that, then the Celtics have like 10 first-round picks.
Yeah, they got a lot. They got 17 championships, trying to get 18 this year. So like Arkansas fans,
I'm with you.
You have a reason to complain sometimes. Other cities that kind of had chances to get to championship hadn't had. Boston sports fans who complain, that you'll occasionally see on social media complain about their team, have nothing to complain about because the excellence is just.
Will we see any market, be it L.A., be it New York? I mean, New York's got like double the chances because they got 2 baseball teams, 2 football teams, 2 basketball teams.
Have you seen the basketball and the football in New York?
But they've got double the.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like going to the horse races.
So
going down to Oakland, you got 1 and 1A coming out of the. You get double for your money.
So on that,
will we ever see a city or a market have this kind of run over a 15-year or so period?
They have the most championships of any of the big markets between like L.A., Chicago, Boston because of the Yankees back in the day, their dominance. But just all the sports combined since 2000, that is an unbelievable statistic if you add those all up. It's incredible. So
it's a hell of a 20-year run.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. And it's not over. I mean, the Red Sox are with Cora. I mean, you got Benintendi, who might start a big deal. I mean, they have studs all over the field. The Celtics, as we mentioned, like they got a bunch of young players.
They got a bunch of young guys, and they got 100 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, Brady's supposed to play till he's 45. It's not like it's done. It's still going, man. And so that's my beef. Anyway, anytime I see a Boston sports fan complain on Twitter, I just want to slap them through my phone. So
put them in the same boat as the Alabama sports fan.
Alabama,
or the Alabama football.
Like fire everyone after you have all these Alabama fans come out. I'm never going to an Alabama game again after what I saw Clemson do. I just looked at you for a sec. I was like,
fire everyone.
You know what we would give just for a fraction of that success here at Arkansas? You have any idea?
You sell your soul. I'm sure most Arkansas fans would sell their soul to have the same success that Alabama has had under Nick Saban these past few years.
Somebody would. I don't know if I say most,
but
no. But real talk, somebody would.
You have those crazy fans who'd be like, I'll sacrifice it.
I'd spend a few years on probation for it.
Absolutely. Like we always talk about this with
I do that for free.
With Ole Miss. You think those fans would give up what they did in that stretch for the sanctions to be taken back? Absolutely not.
How'd they do in the SEC? They didn't play in the SEC championship game. Yeah.
Swine intervention, man.
Yeah.
Swine intervention.
That's your beefs on What's Your Beef Wednesday. You can get yours in here at 877-377-6963. We'll come back. We'll take your beefs, and we'll also wrap up the show with a little bit of our final thoughts on last night's win for the Razorbacks over Vanderbilt and National Signing Day. All of that ahead on the Morning Rush.
On a sports radio show in Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
Now is the time to talk to Burton Pools and Spas during the preseason sale. Enjoy a full swimming season in a 32x16 Grecian in-ground pool with payments starting at $235 a month with approved credit. That's only $235 a month. And for the first 20 customers, get a free upgrade to a saltwater pool system. Call now to make your appointment. 479-648-3483 or online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
When you drive a Toyota Tundra or Tacoma, weekdays and weekends are two entirely different beasts. While an awe-inspiring view on a weekday might sound something like this.
Hon, there's a raccoon going through our trash again.
An awe-inspiring view on the weekend sounds a little more like this.
Whoa, Dad, this is crazy!
And while a bold adventure on the weekdays might be something like,
all right, kids, time to drive 3 hours to your swim meet.
Bold adventures on the weekend are closer to something like... Weekday?
Oh, cool. A standing desk.
Weekend.
Oh, cool. A ski boat.
You get the idea. Make your weekends more exciting than the days before them in the virtually indestructible Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places. Stop by your local Toyota dealer today and get great deals on the ruggedly capable Toyota Tundra and Tacoma. With bold styling and performance to match, these trucks were made for all of your weekend adventures to the great outdoors.
No matter what your more is, the $10 bundle offers more ways to make those dreams a reality. Just remember, win with 10 from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery and get the $10 bundle. You get $12 worth of tickets, Powerball, Mega Millions, Lucky for Life, and Natural State Jackpot, all for just $10. That's 7 shots at life-changing jackpots. So win with 10 on the $10 bundle today. With Quick Picks only. Offer ends February 28th. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
This is the Morning Rush.
$12,000 off on GMC Sierras and big rebates on Acadias and Terrains at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Select 2018 Sierra SLTs are $12,000 off, only $37,910. The 2019 GMC Acadia, over $10,000 off MSRP. Or the 2019 GMC Terrain, over $9,000 off retail. And at Harry Robinson, you always get more for your trade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Your number one Arkansas fans. Auto Owner Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Jerry Roller Insurance today at 479-785-5555 or see their website at jerryroller.com. Again, that's 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com.
You know, a night out with friends can be so much more. Upgrade your evening at 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge on the Avenue. Rediscover life's simple pleasures. Dial back, slow down, and immerse yourself in what true relaxation can be. Top shelf wines and liquors, premium beers, world-class cigars, all in an atmosphere that feels less like a lounge and more like a destination. Sample, indulge, escape. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. Upgrade your night on the Avenue.
Fresh means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time. Fresh, fast, Jim's Razorback Pizza. At the corner of Greenwood and Gary in Fort Smith.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources with big news about how you can save hundreds or even thousands with state sales tax paid. That's right, get your nicer newer car now and we'll pick up the state sales tax. It's our most popular offer, but whew, it's expensive, so we can't do it forever. And you want to be the first one in line for the best selection from our Meineke inspected Rath Road Ready inventory. We know a lot of you are waiting on tax refund money, which may have been slowed down due to the recent government shutdown. Don't sweat it, bring in your W-2 and we'll use our TaxMax program to get you access to your money now and get you driving in your nicer newer car today. But don't wait, this offer is only good for the first 72 customers this month. So visit us today and let one of our friendly non-commissioned solution specialists help you start driving better in a Rath Road Ready vehicle with state sales tax paid. Only at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer 4 years running, Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, just north of the corner of Towson and Phoenix in Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
ESPN 95.3.
I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rush until life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm in
Razorback videos, articles, and podcasts. Find them all at Hit. This is the Morning Rush.
Had a lot going on throughout the course of the show today, wrapping up the Arkansas Vandy win last night. Arkansas beats Vanderbilt 69-66. Keyshawn Embry-Simpson with the game-winning shot in the closing seconds gives Arkansas the victory. Vanderbilt commits a player control foul in the closing seconds, and that was all she wrote for Vanderbilt last night, who has not won a conference game, now 0-9 in league play. And at the halfway mark, the Razorbacks find themselves 5-4. We're also keeping an eye on National Signing Day. Ty's been keeping a very close eye on Twitter. Anything new since in the last half hour or so?
So the earliest signing was Jalen Catalon a little after 7 this morning, but a lot of these other guys, 10:15 is when Adonis Otey is going to do his signing. 12:30 is when Hudson Henry's going to sign with John David White, and then there's a couple others later today, but not too early, nothing going on really right now, Tommy. But you're going to get updates from the Arkansas Razorback football Twitter account throughout the day about who they signed. But the big thing, based off the recruiting wise, Adonis Otey is very iffy. It looks like he's headed off to USC. Russell looks like he's headed to A&M, but it looks like you're going to get everyone else, including Lakai Henry, who's the number 1 JUCO linebacker. That's going to be a pretty good get for Arkansas.
And Chad Morris will meet with the media at 2 o'clock today. We'll have all of that video and everything for you at hitthatline.com. Let's go to Luke, who is in Waldron. Luke, good morning.
Yeah, my beef is fans that make excuses for us when we win. Like, you hear about fans that make excuses when we lose, blame it on the refs. But when we win, these people are like, oh, we just had a good shooting night. They can't do that again. Or people that just want to see the Razorbacks, they want to see Mike Anderson fail. And I get on, internet last night. All I see is we barely beat an 0-8 team in the SEC. Same team Tennessee had to beat in overtime. And I don't understand how that helps or how that makes you a fan if you just want Arkansas to lose and you can't live in the moment when they win a game.
Well, and so it makes you a fan because those fans want a better program. And so that's why now, I'm not saying this how I feel. I'm just telling you, like, they want a better program. So for them, there are a lot of fans that are out on Mike Anderson. And so every time that he wins, then for them it's like, okay, that's a step closer to him staying. So a lot of the complaining and the griping and all of that is because fans are out on Mike Anderson.
I understand they're out on Mike Anderson, but it's still why I just don't understand. This team is now, I forget, one of the analysts on ESPN had them at the first 4 out before last night's game in the tournament. They're now in the national tournament conversation. It doesn't make any. I understand that they want Anderson gone, but are they really willing to sacrifice the success of a team?
Yes.
A team.
Yes, it's turned into now. It's not as bad because Anderson has had a lot more success. So if you made me put a percentage on it, let's say 15 or 20%. But it's turned into. You remember when Brett was here? There was a little bit in the back of your mind that was like, well, it's not so bad if he doesn't make it to a bowl game this year and we can go get another coach. And that was in the back of like a lot of people's minds. And right now I think people are treating Anderson the same way.
Well, thank you all for taking my call. That's all I got this morning.
Thank you, Luke. 877-377-6963. Still got a couple more minutes. If you've got a beef on this What's Your Beef Wednesday before we slide out of here.
I don't think it's too pessimistic. You beat a team at home who's the worst in the SEC by 1 point. And I know that people are referring to that Tennessee-Vanderbilt game. That's a rivalry game, and Vanderbilt was playing them at home. I don't think, and I'm not trying to make excuses for the win last night, but I think it's okay to be critical of only beating a terrible Vanderbilt team who doesn't have their best player by 1 at home.
3. But yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, 3. Yeah, 69-66. It was by 1.
9 regular season games left, 5 of them on the road, of course, 4 at home. Nick, how does this team do in the second half of SEC play?
Well, kind of like I was saying earlier, how many times can you rattle off Vandy, Texas A&M, Missouri, and Georgia for me?
You got one on the road with Missouri on the 12th, coming up next Tuesday. You still got another a road trip to Vanderbilt for the return trip there, and you play A&M on the 23rd of February.
So, you hope that you can get all 3 of those wins, and then it's going to come down to Alabama, Mississippi State, and Ole Miss.
Mitch, in the A&M home game, got Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and Alabama all at home. So
it's like, what is your record against those teams that are in the middle of the pack? The Alabama, the Mississippi State, the Ole Miss, because those are going to be the deciding games. You don't feel like you can beat the teams at the very, very top in Auburn, Tennessee, Kentucky, even though you've already played Tennessee, and you feel like you can for sure beat the teams at the very back. So what is your record going to be against those teams right there in the middle? And I think that's going to decide if Arkansas is dancing or if they're standing home.
South Carolina got trounced by Kentucky last night, which I know sometimes it's just hard to get a win in Rupp Arena, but I think they're going to be very motivated to play Arkansas on Saturday because I think Frank Barnes. But that's not a game that I think Arkansas fans expect us to win, but I think Arkansas fans should be not optimistic, but you have a chance in this ball game.
South Carolina is another team that's not. Now, they're in the middle of that pack. But it's not a team that's going to blow you away talent-wise on the court. It's going to come down to a couple of runs, a couple of plays, just like everything's going to come down to for Arkansas this season.
Yeah, Silva's a talented player. He's like 7th or 8th in the country.
I thought you were about to say he's 70. He's been there.
Yeah, he has been there.
He's been there since Tommy and Derek first started the morning rush.
It seems like it. Like some of those guys, like Renfro, it seemed like he was at Clemson forever. But one of the things that can't happen on Saturday is Silva can't get Gafford in foul trouble because this guy's really good at being able to draw fouls. If Gafford gets out early in that game and it's on the road, could spell trouble for Arkansas.
Hey, hopefully the refs don't cheat us.
Hopefully win 3 of your next 4. I mean, it doesn't matter. Anytime Arkansas loses, there's just a portion of the fan base that it's always going to blame the refs. So I've learned to give up on that.
Well, y'all need to quit cheating us.
I'm curious, did you think last night's foul on Saban Lee with about, was it 14 seconds left? Did you think that was an adequate offensive foul call?
Absolutely. He did.
He
took his off arm and
when he Terrell Davis stiff-armed the guy.
What did you – tell me what you think.
I mean,
I'm very interested since you asked.
I thought it was the right call, and I looked at it. I thought it was the good call, but I saw some South Carolina fans on Twitter that were blasting the refs. But
was it because it was the end of the game that you were kind of iffy? Okay, the calls don't change at the end of the game. I'm going to tell you something else, too. And then the refs had set a tone of that push-off stuff because they called 3 of them in the first half. And so, to me, if the refs show you something and they set the tone early saying, none of you guys are going to be able to extend your arms, and, I mean, he dribbled, lowered his shoulder, and extended his arm.
At the end of the day, a foul is when you restrict freedom of movement or displace your opponent. Right? I mean, there's other things, but pretty much those are 2 of the major things you're looking for. He displaced the defensive opponent on the play. It was, to me, an easy one.
I just wanted to verify it. I was curious from a ref's thoughts.
No, I thought it would have been a poor missed or no call had it went any other way. So,
all right, got the answer.
So Arkansas with 2 road games coming up. We mentioned the South Carolina game coming up this weekend, and then Missouri next week on Tuesday night. That game will be in Columbia. So 2 key road games, got to split those somehow. And you'd think Missouri would be a place Arkansas would have a good chance to go get a victory next week.
Yeah, one of the worst teams in the SEC. Yeah. That's a win you got to get if you're Mike Anderson.
All right, hitthatline.com for updates throughout the day on National Signing Day. We'll have more for you tomorrow morning at 6. This is The Morning Rush.